Now,
Can someone
in
post
1948, they never knew, they had no idea. Let me read it again. So the shape of the Earth, it says, thus we can formulate an analytical expression for the distribution of potential TWU, but only for points of the physical surface of the Earth. But since the shape of the Earth is not known, the true coordinates of these points, B, L, and H, are unknown to us. However, we can consider the approximate value of B, coordinates, B, L, H, as known, whereby magnitude. So it's all calculated. That's all they have. It's based on calculations.
Can someone post a paper, please?
No physical measurements here, and guys are in trouble.
So
No
where
digital,
does it?
no digital measurements?
Kimo, at what point does it say the words "we don't know the shape of the Earth"? Because that's what
It
you've
doesn't.
claimed. It
It
says.
says
So where
the
does it say
shape
that?
of the Earth is unknown.
What page number is it on?
We don't know. Unknown means what? What does unknown?
What page number is
Kimo,
it
what
on?
fucking
Kimo?
page
Right, you want to
number
bet?
is it?
Let's make a bet. Then you don't believe me.
2
Oh,
pence,
what a
Kimo.
dick!
What a dick.
No,
You're fucking
you
dick,
don't
Kimo.
believe me. Let's make a bet. £1,000. Let's get it on.
Two pence, Kimo. That's all you're worth.
No, £1,000.
2 pence, Kimo.
Let's just not
I'll
problem,
bet you-
Kimo.
I'll bet you 1 pence.
Not a
He's
problem,
not
Kimo.
prepared to back up his evidence.
You put
so we
$1,000 up on his
We got 3
account.
pence, Kimo. So far, we got 3 pence on you.
I'll put $1,000 in front of a camera. You put £1,000 in front of a camera right now.
And then you're gonna bet me, yeah?
You put $1,000 on camera where we can see it.
Yeah, I'll show you my bank account.
I don't care about
got it
your
in
bank
the ca- I
account.
haven't got cash. I got it in the bank.
I don't care what your mom's bank account says.
Silly. So look, you want to bet £1,000, Tom?
We got 3 pence on the table so far,
That
Kimo.
this
That's all worth.
document says. It says, where did I scroll to? Yeah, it says the expression of the distribution potential TWU, but only for points of the physical Earth but only for the physical surface of
Damn,
the Earth.
I'm
Sorry.
reading this thing.
But
I don't
since
see.
this is
I
the
don't
shape
see
of-
this, Kimo.
I know you don't see it because you can't read.
Ooh.
Ooh. Pathetic.
So look,
He's
I want to make a bit of
still,
cash.
I think he's
uh,
making this up.
Let's
You want
put
to tell us
some
where it
money
is in
on
the
table.
paper?
Still won't
I don't
say where
think
it is
it's
in the
here.
paper.
Yeah, do you don't think it's there? That's fine. Let's make some money. Let's make a bet.
You got 3 pence so far, Kimo.
No. You say it's not there.
I'll
It's
I'll
not
put
there.
I'll put a moldy apple on the table.
Telling me it's not there. So if it's not there, let's see how confident.
I've
So
got
it
a bit of
says
a
we
moldy
I'll
can-
bet
banana.
Anthony Riley's egg. Anthony
Look.
Riley's egg.
They don't even know. They're saying here the potential of the real Earth. They don't even know what the Earth is like. Well, I mean, this tells you everything here.
Well, tell us.
I
where
don't
it
think.
says that.
I don't think it's in the paper. I think Kimo's lying.
Yeah?
3 pence. 3 pence, Kimo.
Want to put a bet on that? Want to put a
Yeah,
wager?
3 pence.
Yeah, I'll put a penny
And
on
an
that.
egg.
as well.
Don't forget the
Oh, we're
egg.
up to 4 pence now,
I'll
Kimo.
put a penny on the
What I want to
table.
know is why is a Russian document typed out in English?
Because of the translation from CIA.
Oh, okay. Just
Oh,
checking.
translation. All right, okay.
So has Chemo
That's why the English is
evaluated
kinda
the
weird.
original document for this in Russian to make sure it's a good translation?
Oh, like you would be able to do it.
Does he trust that the CIA is a valid source of information?
Oh,
Apparently.
yeah, that's a point. Yeah.
Well, I
mean,
know
I
the
thought
word for
It's
unknown.
a government translated document, Kibo. I thought you didn't trust the
The
government.
word unknown is not that difficult in Russian.
I said you don't speak Russian.
How much
Just
Russian
saying
do
the
you
word
speak?
like
Lincoln?
unknown is not that difficult to
How much-
There's a
translate.
good word,
much
there's
Russian-
a good word in
How do you-
Russian to describe Chemo, and it's Jurak.
How do you know that?
I didn't say I speak Russian.
Jerk off?
No,
Did you say,
Jurak.
did you say jerk off?
No, Jurak.
Oh, I thought you
found
said jerk
5
off.
instances of unknown, and it doesn't say anything like
Alright,
that.
we can stop playing around now.
Do you know what Jurak means, Chemo?
Yeah, I know what jerk off means. That's what chemo is.
We're looking at page. Let's sort. So you got the page, River? Yeah. Let's go from the top. Start from the top. Down. First page, not that one. Second page.
Yeah, that'll be page 1 and
You
2.
just
So which
finished reading
page
it.
is it on?
Yeah. Second page, number 6. So you can start there. Tells you how they can make
He
measurements.
thinks he's lying.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
read number 6.
He is lying.
Scroll down a little more. Second page. Not in the third page. Sorry. Scroll down some more. You see confidential.
You just read it.
Then by the fourth, let me count the pages again. On the top, got one, then a gap, release, and then another page, then release, then another page, then release. That's the page you want with the writing and a little equation. So it says we can regard the potential of the real
What page
Earth
number?
as known at all
What
points
page
of
number?
the physical surface of the Earth, and
Oh,
only
here it is.
this surface.
Page 4.
Yeah.
Second. You're starting at the beginning of the second paragraph.
So just read from there.
Let's
And
take
then
from reference
third,
heights, which is the beginning of it, until we got it
third
in
paragraph
context.
down will tell you that it's
Reference height. That's
no,
considered
it's
normal
not.
physical
It's not.
view.
The shape of the Earth is not known.
So he
Without
doesn't.
knowledge.
Not known. That's.
Is
where it
anyone
down
else
there.
allowed to speak, Kimo, or is this just a monologue by you?
You're
talking
interrupting
everybody
me. Who
wants to
muted
make a
him?
point?
No, Kimi, you're just repeating yourself over and over and over again. Why don't you shut the fuck up for a minute?
I want to explain where these details
No,
are.
no,
for
you're
you
just
guys.
repeating yourself like a dick. Why don't you just shut the fuck up?
I'm trying to explain to you where the relevant information
No,
is.
you're not.
Anybody else
You're just
talk,
repeating
Kimo?
yourself.
At all?
I am not.
You just keep-
Right, Trish,
You just keep saying unknown over and over and over again. Shut the fuck up.
Not unknown, not known.
Oh,
It's
what the
without
fuck?
knowledge.
Jesus Christ.
So there it is, £1,000 you all owe me. Okay.
Nobody
It says
bet
without
nobody bet you
knowledge.
£1,000. Kimo.
Right, the shape
Kimo,
of the
can I-
Earth is not known, as you can see, and there's more in that document. I'll just gotta try and find it. The power through.
Reference heights.
Kimo, did you see this news story I just posted?
Oh,
You should look at it. It's something you talked about before.
Israel's scientists solved the three-body problem. Did they? Wow, impressive. Have a look at that.
You've talked about the three-body problem before, right?
I've touched on it. More Witsit, more lemon, more percent.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible because they're posting that today.
As we were talking about it the other day, yeah.
Yeah.
Right
And
on.
they're posting
That was
this story
amazing.
like today.
CIA
Yeah,
spy on them.
It's always amazing this happens. Like the other day, before he got arrested, Witsit was saying that the ISS is fake, just as it's making a huge visible pass over the east coast of the United States where millions of people can see it, but it's
Hold
fake.
on. He didn't get arrested, though. Why do you
He
keep
did
saying
get
that?
arrested.
He did get arrested. Yes, he did.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, are you talking about, like, at the monuments or somewhere else?
Yeah, but he flipped some rock or something.
It's in
That's
the
not
arrest.
arrest.
Yeah, he was arrested. He wasn't charged with anything. I think he got a citation, but he wasn't charged with it.
He got charged and he got a court date.
arrested. He got arrested. Yeah.
No,
Oh, he got charged. So he did.
You get charged.
Oh, okay.
Charged.
Yeah, he has to go
So he
back
got-
to court to face
So
the
he got
charges.
arrested and
Does
charged.
he?
There you go. You're wrong. Yeah.
Doesn't
didn't know
arrest
that.
mean jail? He did go to jail. I don't know.
Oh, he had a place to sleep, something to eat.
No, he was detained for quite a
He was
while, and then they
detained,
let him go.
exactly.
Kimo,
got
why have
a
you,
medication.
Kimo, why have you muted Foolish Decisions again for no reason? Why have you muted him?
He was interrupting when we were trying to figure out where these
No, he wasn't.
paragraphs are.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
interrupting.
Yeah, he
He
was.
was.
You were monologuing Hemo for a little bit.
You,
No,
yeah,
we
you
can't
were.
have. How
I
can
think,
we hear?
I think
How can you get to hear anybody if we've got 5, 6, 7 people all at once?
There wasn't 5 or 6 or 7 people. Go back to 1540, listen to the live feed, and see Kimo being a fucking cunt liar again.
No,
you're a
I mean,
fucking
like I say,
cunt
there's a lot.
liar,
We've
Keith.
got to
he's,
have
Interrupting just
he's
the-
known for muting people for no reason. Like for instance, he wanted me to listen to some audio once, so he muted me for no reason, just because he wanted me to
He
listen to it.
abuses his moderation powers. He
course.
hasn't provided any evidence to support his point, and
course
Kimo
he
is now promoting the CIA as a valid source of information.
Chemo, they're making a reference Earth to compare to the what they see.
I'd like
What
to know
they-
what I'd like to know
what
what
they're-
other flat earthers think about Chemo promoting CIA documents, because apparently most flat earthers don't trust the CIA. So I'm just quite keen to know what other flat earthers think of that.
We can regard the potential of the real Earth as known. All points on the physical surface of the Earth, whereas is not blah blah blah.
You skipped over the
The other
not
flat
known
earthers
part.
trust Kamo about
Crack
as much
me
as
up
we
for,
do, casual, just
eight.
so you know.
Right.
He's about as popular with them as he is with us.
I'm not
We
looking
can
for
regard the
popularity.
potential of the real Earth as known. All
does that
points on the
mean?
physical of the Earth and only the surface
That's right. 2 minutes to prevent exactly, Captain. That's what we're talking about. So as long as we
Regarded as
restore
known.
order, we get back to where we are, and then we can continue the most important subject here on the face of the earth. So yeah, that document there, I mean, there was a load more I could have provided, but I thought this was the best one, being as it says, in black and white, clear as day. Shape of the Earth is not known. And
It is known, though. It says it's known, Chemo. It starts off with the potential of the Earth is known. How do you get unknown from that?
The potential.
You know how he's in trouble when he has that stupid
The
laugh.
possibility of it be of the real shape of the Earth is what?
Yeah, that's one of Chemo's tells.
He goes a foot. So yeah.
Do you understand what they're doing here, Chemo?
Yeah, they're trying to figure out. It tells you at the title.
No, they're trying to make a model
Trying
of
to
the
figure out the shape of the
geoid.
Earth, yeah, because the shape of the Earth is unknown.
No, the geoid, Chemo, not the shape of the Earth. The geoid.
That's not what it says here.
Yes, it is. Start at the beginning. Reference heights. Let us consider the normal potential field U formed by the, in quotes, comparative Earth, in which all masses are included inside the ellipsoidal surface of the level, characterized blah, 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 blah. So what they're trying to do here is trying to make a model of the geoid, probably, when was this date, 1948, without computers.
Can't make a model if the shape is not known.
Chemo.
He says the
That
geoid.
sounded
The geoid, Chemo.
He
Hey,
doesn't know what geoid is.
paid. Did you say that they were comparing it to the Geoid?
No.
I think they're attempting to
They
make a
assume that they
geoid in
want a geoid.
1948.
So they're trying to find out. They said we can
So they were
formulate
using
an
Earth
analytical
to
expression.
compare it
So
to.
yeah, you can make an
Ah,
analytical expression, but only for points of the physical surface of the quartz that they've already physically measured. So
Geoid's got nothing to do with the shape of the
But it
Earth.
says since the shape of the Earth is not known, since it's not known,
The
Yeah,
geoid
read
is not
like the
known.
third
That's
paragraph
correct.
on page 5.
The geoid is not known. That's correct. That's what they're trying to
shape of the
figure
Earth
out.
is not known. Yeah, no, the shape
geoid
of the
is not
didn't say
known,
that,
that's correct.
Didn't say that. You're making stuff
They're
up.
talking about the geoid,
Doesn't
Chemo.
say
Let
that.
us look back to the beginning of the previous
I know
paragraph.
that's
This
the
is
presupposition, yeah.
this is the problem with flat earthers, is they like to cherry pick stuff out of context. So start. Let us consider the normal potential field U formed by the comparative Earth, in which all masses are included inside the ellipsoidal surface of the level, characterized by the dimensions of the semi-axis, I think it's EAB, the angular velocities of the rotation, and the value of the gravity vector Y subs. I don't know. I
It
can't read
says
it.
the shape of listing geoid is generally not determinable. Number one.
That's what they're trying to figure out, Chemo.
Exactly. So it's not known. The shape of the Earth is not known.
No, the shape of the geoid, Chemo.
Is not known.
Yes, correct. That's what they're trying to figure out. The shape of the geoid.
Right. So how do we now know it's a geoid?
The geoid has got nothing to do with
You
it.
don't know what a geoid is, do you?
Yeah, it's without all the water on it. How do we know it's all like that?
No, what's a geoid, Chemo?
It's just a ball without anything on it.
Bullshit.
They're trying to determine the global mean,
Geoid, the
what they use to
hypothetical
measure
shape of the Earth coincides with the mean sea level and its imagined extensions under or over land areas. That's the definition of geoid, Chemo.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I think you're going
No,
to
it's
be
got
£3,000
nothing
in
on
debt now, Kima. I
Does
think
it
you're
have
going to be
water on it?
£3,000 in debt.
Does it have water on it?
Mean sea level? Yeah, I
Does the
think
geoid
so.
have water on it?
I think so, yeah.
Show me a picture of a geoid with water.
I think you're going to be £3,000 in debt now, Kima. Oh dear.
I hope not. I hope not. It all rests on his picture. Next picture.
Have you got £3,000?
Not about me.
The geoid, let's go to the first favorite, Wikipedia. The geoid is the shape of the ocean surface that would be under the influence of gravity on Earth, including gravitational attraction and Earth's rotation, if other such influences, wind or tides, are absent.
Where's the
So yes,
where's the water?
the geoid does have water on it.
Show me a picture.
There is no picture of the geoid. The geoid is a calculated thing, Chemo.
There's no picture of a geoid. Sure?
Are you talking about the false color pictures of the geoid where the... Do you understand? You don't understand what a geoid is. This is hilarious. Here he is talking
Just
about the
look at the
geoid, and he
pictures.
really doesn't understand what it is.
Look at the pictures.
Chemo, the geoid is calculated. It is not a thing to take pictures of.
The geoid is not a physical thing in existence that you can go and photograph, you dimwit.
Yeah, if you could remove everything off it, yes.
No, just stop.
No,
Fucking
if you could
stop,
remove all the water
idiot.
and make everything look like this, what the Geo would look like.
Despite being an important concept for almost 200 years in the history of geodesy and geophysics, it has been defined to high precision only since advancement in satellite geodesy in the late 20th century.
Right. So we don't know
So
what the shape
How
of the Earth is.
exaggerated is that? What Chemo posted, how exaggerated is that?
He posted the false color thing? Yeah, that's highly exaggerated. Like
Yeah,
10 to
that's
1
the
or
Geo.
I
something.
think that Kimo would breed things over before he.
No, 10,000 scale. That is 10,000 scale exaggeration.
You'd think that people would quit trying to educate him and just call him a cunt and move on.
So what is the shape of the Earth, and being as it's not known?
It is no chemo. You just posted the geoid, but you posted with
That's an
10,000
animation, that is.
exaggeration.
That's just a concept.
Yeah, the geoid is a concept. Very good.
What is the shape of the Earth?
It's a sphere.
How do you know?
Well, you see the geoid there? What kind of shape is that?
That's just a graphic.
Okay. But
Okay.
amazing how the computer graphic is,
I have
modeled
scientific
reality.
papers that tell us we do not know the shape. Give me a scientific paper that says we know the shape.
Why don't we? Well, scientific paper says the sky is blue and water
A
is
scientific
wet.
paper that says the shape of
Scientific
the Earth
paper
is
says grass is green and the sky is blue and water is wet and Chemo is a fucking idiot.
So I have papers that support my claim. We don't know what the
No,
shape
you
is.
don't, Chemo.
Where's your paper that supports your claim?
So
that we
you're
know
talking
what
the shape
is?
of the geoid, Chemo. Please stop it.
Well, present your paper then. Where's your scientific paper?
The scientific paper that says grass is green and water is what?
About the Earth, the shape of the Earth.
It's called Eratosthenes, 2,000 years ago.
Alright, where's the scientific paper for it?
Oh, I thought you didn't like scientific papers. I thought
Yeah,
we
sure.
needed videos.
As long as they're
The
backed up
scientific-
with experiments.
Are scientific papers good enough now?
Yeah. As long as they've
Only
got
for-
experiments.
So are scientific papers only good enough for today? Do they
As
have
long
to
as
be
they're
from the
backed up with an
CIA?
experiment.
Do they have to be from the CIA? Well, your paper's not backed up with an experiment.
Yeah,
How come
no one's
yeah,
been
it's
able
from the
to measure
CIA?
curvature.
Chemo,
No one's
how come
measured the shape
how
of the
come you can
Earth.
present papers from the CIA without any video, without any experiments, but I need to have an experiment, a paper, and then a video? How come
we've got an
how come your
experiment.
standard of truth or standard of whatever you want to call it varies on a daily basis depending on what you want to on what you're shilling?
Well, we've got the practical demonstration. The horizon's not physical. That paper supports that.
Horizon
We won't
is
know what the
physical.
shape is if there's no physical.
I'm sorry. Where does it say anything about the geometric horizon in this paper?
No, so that's how we know that's your demonstration.
How do we? Where's anything to do with the geometric horizon in this paper? Please?
Exactly. There isn't one.
Exactly. So why did you bring it up?
That's the experiment.
It shows what?
There's no geometry. Don't know what the shape is.
You're having a paper that's talking all about geometry, and now you're saying there is no geometry. Please fuck off,
It
Chemo.
says in that
Fuck
paper
off
that
and
there
die.
are no measurements.
Please fuck off and die, Chemo.
There are only calculations.
Don't let him get to you. He does this.
Oh,
No.
fuck. It's like he argues out one side of his mouth, and then suddenly he argues out the other side of his mouth and switches. And
Yeah, exactly. So it's a chemo tactic. He tries to send you around in circles. He deflects and sends you around in circles. That's what he does. But he knows that he's struggling with this. He knows he is.
he knows he's lost.
Yeah, of course he knows. He does know.
He even sent a picture of the geoid, and he forgot to tell you that it's 10,000 scale factor in exaggeration in the vertical.
You're struggling again, chemo. We can tell. We can all tell.
Well, I've got the science that backs me up, so as long as I
No,
have the
you don't.
papers, the necessary
Chemo,
articles,
you would know science would bit you in the ass. I'm
What
sorry.
science have you done, chemo?
we don't know the
He-
shape. When we say we don't know the shape of the Earth,
Chemo,
papers
may
also
Chemo,
tell
Chemo.
us we don't know the shape of the Earth.
No, it doesn't, Chemo. It tells we don't know the shape of the geoid, and that's 1948.
No, it doesn't say that. It says since the shape of the Earth is not known.
The geoid, Chemo. Look back to the beginning of paragraph B.
That's
What are they
not the
talking
paragraph
about?
that I'm reading.
This is your this is your typical flat Earth cherry pick stuff out of context and say what it wants. You should. Congratulations, you are now a full-fledged member of the Kiwi School of Cherry Picking.
Yeah.
What I'll do, I'll take a screenshot so we can remind.
What you do is you take stuff out of context that you don't know others. What the fuck you're talking
You can
about.
see that the shape of the Earth is not known. Earth
Relative
not
to
known.
the geoid chemo, look what they're talking about.
And get in page 7 or 8, you'll change your mind.
It doesn't say that, unfortunately.
Yes, it does, actually, chemo. Look at what it says, and look back to the beginning of
All right,
paragraph
take
B.
a screenshot. Let's take a look.
Yeah, look at paragraph B. See what they're talking about.
Go on then, screenshot it. Let's take a look.
I'll not screenshot it. Fuck
I'll
you. Read it.
screenshot-
I have the paper.
I'll screenshot my supporting evidence.
Here, fine.
My
Fuck.
supporting evidence is
One second.
okay. The
Yeah,
shape
I'm-
of the Earth is not known.
Yeah, well, of course, you're going to skip the previous paragraph, and I'm going to have to.
Provide your
Alright.
evidence where the shape of the Earth is
Hold on,
known.
hold on. See, chemo, you again, you're taking out of context.
Maybe, but let's see where.
No,
we know the
definitely,
Well, let's find
because
out. Let's
I'm.
see if we know the
Here we
shape
go.
of the Earth.
Here we go. Here's the previous paragraph. I gotta get it here. Since you.
Okay.
It's the same. It's the same when they talk about artillery ballistics and stuff like that, and it's got a flat plane in order to demonstrate ballistics effectively and simply. It's the same kind of principle. They think, "Oh, look, it's flat. The Earth is flat." There you go. It's the same thing. He's doing exactly the same thing right now.
Yo, you did it yet?
Hold on a second, chemo.
So what science have you done, Chemo?
It's not about me.
It's not about you. Yeah, I know it's not about you because you haven't done any science.
Yeah, when he questioned about him, like he hasn't got an answer. It's not about me. It's what he does.
But since the shape of the Earth is not known, we need to figure out what the shape of the Earth is. So, what is the? One know?
Yeah, it's a sphere, chemo. We know that.
How do you know?
And so did they. If
How
you
do
look
you
at the
know
conclusion of the paper, first thing here is here's
How
the
did
thing
they know
from
that?
because they were Russians and it's 1948 and they're
The
about ready
Russians
to
in 19. What did they do?
It's
in
been
1948?
measured. It's
they're
been
about ready
measured,
they're about ready to
measured.
launch it. They're about ready to launch into the space race with the
Satellite.
United States.
Yeah.
But they need to know the geoid in order to know how things orbit around the Earth.
What is
This
the
is
shape
why
then?
the CIA. This is why the CIA is classifying this.
What was the
and,
final conclusion? Where was the actual measurement?
hold on a
Direct
second.
measurement?
Hold on a second, chemo. Hold on. I got this one. This is paragraph B.
I don't see any direct measurements.
Yeah, well, it's because you didn't read the whole paper for one.
So it's going to show us how they directly measured it. Wonderful.
What do you mean by directly measuring? You
Says,
get a big ass.
It says the only way we can know is by direct measurement.
Actually, it doesn't say that at all.
It doesn't say that.
Nope, doesn't say that at all.
It says exact measurement. The only way we can know, determine the shape of the Earth is with exact measurement. You have exact measurements?
Exactly, chemo. That's what they plugged into their conclusions.
Where do they get those exact measurements?
They had a big Russian tape measure. They went over all the Earth with a tape measure.
What, they were allowed to go over America in those days?
Sure, yeah, because the tape measure. We had to do that,
So they were working together then, you're saying?
Yeah, well, no, what they're
Yeah,
doing
the
is
Russians and Americans
and-
working together.
well,
to
they had to
make sure
estimate.
they can
They had
measure
to do
the
it.
Earth.
They had to do it surreptitiously. In order
So
to,
they
they had to sneak a
clandestine-
tape measure.
It's all clandestine, and they sneaked
Yeah,
into
it was
America.
clandestine. They had
That was
moose.
the start of NASA.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
Bullwinkle
So
the moose.
this one here says, what does this one here
They-
say?
They had
You haven't-
Bullwinkle.
It
They had
says
Bullwinkle the
only
moose
way
here.
to measure the Earth. What does it say here? How can we measure the Earth?
Have you not heard
Here-
about the
see,
40,000
Here's
miles
the
per
paragraph right before yours,
What does
and
it
then
say?
here. Well, yeah, I'm posting it now, and here's the conclusion, chemo. Very good.
Oh, no.
So,
Read
guess
it.
what? No, I'm not going. You can you read chemo or not?
Yeah, I can read it. So it says the shape of the physical surface of the Earth can be determined with sufficient reliability on the basis of data obtained from exact measurements. Where are those exact measurements? You have exact measurements, Page Shield?
Oh yeah.
Where?
Well, they're
Let me get the
secret.
definition of
I can't
exact
give them
just
to you.
before.
You do know they're talking about mountains and valleys and
I would
rivers
have,
and
I would have to kill you if I told you this information, chemo.
Fact.
This is the paragraph previous to you. Then the final one is
So
the
it's
conclusion.
precise. Do you have precise
Yes.
measurement, so not approximated in any way.
Yeah.
Chemo. After this paper was written in
It should
1948.
not be approximated.
Chemo. There are satellites overhead that are measuring the Earth to within like a quarter
Were
of
they
a millimeter.
precise measurement?
Within a quarter of a millimeter. That's pretty frickin' precise.
Oh, let's take a look at that then.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand the information if you got it.
Need to look at it. Just need to look at them making the precise measurement.
Uh-huh.
Precise. No approximate. It says no approximations at all.
Oh no, that's not what it said,
came in
Chemo.
and measured across America.
But if it says
in
no
the
approximations,
36,
why does this
70s,
paper say
1700s?
we approximate the Earth, Paige?
No. We know every degree is 69 miles. We know that. We've known that for a long, long time.
Why does it say, however, we can consider... So this is what it says in that verse I just gave you. You can formulate an analytical expression for distribution potential of TW and the physical surface of the Earth, but since the Earth cannot be known, the true coordinates of these whatever blah 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 are unknown to us. However, we can consider the approximate value. So if you're considering the approximate value, exact means precise, not approximate at all. How does that work, Paige Show? Not approximated in any way. The definition. Let me post the definition for you. So
No,
you
Well,
can
Kimo,
see,
I've just
see the word
I've just
exact.
found the bit that actually says we can regard the potential of the real Earth as known. That little snippet there, that actually goes directly against what you're telling us it says. Sorry.
Yeah, because you can approximate it. I just said that.
You've just, we'll call it even, shall we, Kimo?
Yeah, because you approximated it.
No,
That's how we know it.
that's from the
But
bit,
every-
that's from the thing you posted.
Yes,
But
it
every
does talk
measurement-
about how we approximate the Earth. I'm not arguing that.
No, it says it's known. It doesn't say approximate, known.
But never
No,
says
no,
it
no,
doesn't
it
matter
says it
anyway,
tells you
because
how
anytime you
we
take a
can
measurement, can I get a word up, Kiva?
Hold on a second. In the middle. It tells us
Don't
how we
mute
can
him again.
approximate something, not the potential. What is the potential as well? The possibility.
Can I get
Says
a point
it's
out,
not.
Nemesis, before you carry on? Because otherwise he's just
Yeah, go.
So,
keep
you
blocking
know,
me until-
Cypher, you've presented evidence here that is not evidence.
So I was going to make a point now, by the way, Kiva.
Right,
Thank
you're
you.
over talking. I'm in the middle of something here. Over to where?
You can't get a word in edgeways. That's why.
I
Now you're
wasn't
going to
even finished.
Jesus wept. You never stop bloody talking. You do all the talking.
I'm in the middle of a discussion with Cypher about the articles, pointing out the right paragraphs. I'm in the middle of something with Page Shield, trying to pull out the right paragraphs. And
So no one else is allowed to talk unless you deem them worthy of talking.
no one's
Is that
allowed
what
to
you're saying,
talk. But why do you
Kiva?
have to talk when we're talking at the same
I'd
time?
like
How can
to-
anyone
I'd like-
hear anyone?
I'd like to hear from Druss.
Yeah,
It's a
Kimo,
short
come on,
talk,
share the
Kiva.
mic.
I'm just trying to get in, and I'm trying not to overtalk anyone. I'm going out of
Oh,
my
just
way.
wait
Because you
till the
keep amusing
conversation-
involved and muting people.
Wait till
So the
there's a
point I
gap.
was trying to make is no measurement we ever take is an exact measurement. It always falls within a tolerance, which is something you should have for gay people and Jews, Kimo.
So what we're looking for is the exact measurements page, precise measurement. It tells us in the paper that we could measure the surface with precise, exact measurements.
Shouldn't you know the precise measurement of your flat Earth?
We can't go.
Maybe
we can't
maybe even
travel.
a little? Maybe just a little.
We're not
Just
allowed to
a bit of
travel
it.
all over the flat Earth.
But you don't know any of it.
We're not allowed to travel any of it.
Yes, you are.
What?
Since when? Where does it say that?
You
Point me to a document where it says you can't travel where you want to.
got to get all these permissions and stuff.
It doesn't matter. Where does it say in any document and any part of the planet that says you
Got
can't
to
travel
ask
anywhere?
to go there. No one
But
owns
that's
that.
not. But that's not my question.
No
is
one
it? You
owns
just
it.
said- You just said you're not allowed to travel in all over the world.
To
Where
travel
does it
there,
say that?
yeah. To
I
travel
think you
there.
need his
Where-
mom
where-
won't
where
let him
does it-
travel.
Where does it say that, Kimo?
Antarctic.
No, it doesn't say that in the
Ah.
Antarctic Treaty at all. It does not say
Got to
that.
ask
at all.
permission to go there.
Yes, exactly, but it's not saying that you can't go there, does it?
Yes, because you can only go where they tell you to.
No.
Yeah.
Where does it say that then?
In the document.
No, it does not. What document? Give me the document and the page number, please. Go.
Section 9.
Wait, give me precisely what it says.
Yeah, go and get
Section
the
9
go and get
basically
the
just
Tell me where it
specifies-
says you can't go. You can't
Go
go.
and
to
get the
Antarctica.
document and prove me wrong.
No, you're the one that's making the
9,
claim.
Matt.
You're the
Well,
one, you're the one making the
that
claim.
you can't go there without permission.
You can't go there with heavy oils. You can't go there and leave trash behind or poop.
But does it say you can't go there? Does it?
It says you have to ask
anywhere you want.
permission
No,
to
it
go
doesn't
there.
say that. Yeah, but it doesn't say you can't go there though, does it? Because that
They
was
just
your
want to know
point.
where
Yeah,
you're
because you
at.
can't go off and leave.
So when
it.
they
You
come
have
and
to
find your
return.
dead body,
But it
When
doesn't
the expedition
say you can't
returns,
go
you
there.
have to return with them.
Prove wrong again, Chemo. Well done. Well done.
Look, the problem is Chemo's allowed to go to Antarctica, but he's got to be home by dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they'll make you go home when you're not when you want to chill out there a little
no,
bit
I think we
longer.
need your
Wrong
mommy.
again.
No.
Wrong again,
Yeah.
Chemo. Wrong again.
You
Wrong.
can't just stay
wrong,
there
wrong.
and get a 24-hour sun when you like.
Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong.
It's the same way as if you travel to another country, Chemo, you need potentially a visa and definitely a passport.
Not a country.
No, it's
Moron.
no difference to any other place on earth.
Not a country,
No,
though, is it?
He didn't say it was a country.
It is a land
Did say
that is
country.
governed
No, he didn't.
over
Yes, he
by
did.
international
He-
law.
We're not talking
didn't-
about a country, though, are we?
I said
Yeah, but he
like
didn't-
a country.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't say Antarctica was a country, Chemo. Stop lying.
Yes, he did.
I think we should
No,
all
he
get
did
Chemo
not
a
say
job down
Antarctica was
there.
a country, Chemo.
Talking
He did
about
not-
traveling to other
Okay,
countries. This
okay,
is not
you're
a country.
recording this. You're recording this.
I
Okay,
am,
go
yeah.
back to the point where he said Antarctica was a country.
No, he's saying
Go
that you
ahead,
can't
play it
travel
back.
to other countries. We're not talking about countries.
But
Exactly.
You're
We're not
wrong
talking
again.
about
Slightly,
countries.
goalpost
You're wrong
move.
again, but you know he didn't say that though,
Because
Chemo.
we're not talking
You're
about
doing-
countries, are we?
Yeah, but he didn't say it though, DD though, Chemo.
He said we cannot travel to other countries without documents. So we're not talking about countries. Who cares about countries?
But he didn't say Antarctica was a country though,
No, he
Chemo.
said you can't
did he?
travel to other
Exactly.
countries.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. He did. Thank you, Chemo.
What's he
Thank you,
talking
thank
about countries for then?
you. I don't know. You asked. Ross.
Exactly. That's my point. What's he on
Just
about? I'm
ask
not
Ross.
talking about any country.
I'm not saying it. I'm just pointing out where you're wrong
I'm
again.
just pointing out that he's talking about something I'm not talking about. As usual,
Yeah, so the
derailing,
reason that's an important
gatekeeping,
point,
talking
Chemo,
about other
is
stuff
because
that we're not talking about. We're talking about
the
Antarctica.
Antarctic
He's talking about
Treaty-
countries.
The Antarctic Treaty establishes the Antarctic as a legal presence. So there are legal conditions and, agreements between multiple nations in that treaty. Yeah. So that's why we have a legal framework about how you get into Antarctica and the rules of take your shit out when you leave. That this is all
And-
part of a legal agreement. Hence, we have a method, like going to any other country under a legal framework, of having requirements for entry, like a passport and
there's-
a visa.
Well, there's Article 9 of the Antarctic Treaty. It doesn't say anything of what Chemo said again.
Oh, I've
Just say-
misremembered.
So, Chemo, we're gonna get you a job down there. So,
Well, I
we'll
mean,
get me- we'll
bit
have
too
put
far
you to
from
apply
home,
for
you
you.
know? A little bit too far from home.
It doesn't matter. We don't care.
He was going to do
And
GoFundMe
Chemo's not
to
qualifying
go
for
and,
anything.
go to Antarctica, but that never happened, did it, Chemo?
What does it have to do with you? What I do? Nothing.
Ooh, that sounded
Because we have to
risky.
deal with you on a daily basis.
No, I'm asking Druss, what does it have to do about my movement?
Because it was a claim you made in Discord to everybody saying you were going to do something which we all knew that you were never going to do because, you
But I wasn't talking to you at the time.
Yeah, you were actually. I was in
No,
the
I
room and I was
wasn't
one of the
actually.
people he was talking to.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't actually.
You're talking to me, you were talking to Davros and the Kiwi guy.
No, not about that. I wasn't referring to you.
So there we go. That's what was going on.
If you
at
knew,
the time,
if you knew
so-
what I was talking about, you wouldn't have spoke about countries. Talking about Antarctica.
Well, no, I did know what you're talking
Well,
about.
then you
but
wouldn't have spoken about
missed the
countries.
point
It's called a
that I was
comparison.
actually
Chemo.
making.
Why would you talk
of
about
the
countries if you knew what we were talking
of
about?
the
We weren't even
framework
talking
of
about
law that's been established in the treaty and the framework of law that we have for entry into other countries, and showing how there is a lot of parallel between those two sort of observations. But if you're too much of a fucking
Yeah,
idiot
that's not
to
what
get
we were
it,
talking about.
I
We
can
were talking
understand
about
that.
Antarctica, not countries.
Yes, so I was talking about Antarctica. And
No, you
using
were
that as
talking
an
about
example
countries, and we were
of
talking
why
about
you have a
Antarctica.
revel.
Chemo,
You're just going to continue to overtalk me all the time, Kimo.
Because
Is
you were
this what
talking.
gonna
You're
do now?
derailing.
I'm not derailing. You're overtalking me
Scott,
continuously.
Scott, can you mute Chemo, please? Because
You're
he's
constantly
talking over everyone.
derailing.
Can you mute Chemo, please?
The focus
just
on
unmute himself.
where we can travel to and where we can't. And Druss is talking about
I know.
countries.
Kimo, stop interrupting people. Hold yourself to the same standard if you're going to be a moderator.
He's a shit mod, that's why.
All right, Matt.
Well, it's true. Hold yourself to the same standards.
Fair
Kimo.
enough.
Really don't. All right, there you go then.
So, Kim, I was wrong about the Antarctic Treaty, wrong about that CIA document. What else is he going to be wrong about today?
So we've got the evidence to support the claims of the
There you
flat
go.
earthers. We do. Say we
There's
don't
nothing wrong
know.
about-
When people ask us what is it then, what's the shape of the earth, we get the documents out and say, look, nobody knows the shape. No,
It's a
not
pretzel.
Now we can approximate and assume that we're on a geoid, get out the calculations and make them work.
I found a website from the Max Planck Institute for Gravitational Physics. It explains how it was done. It was done by lasers, Kimo, but you don't like lasers, do you? Don't trust them.
Lasers?
It sounds to me like Kimo doesn't really know anything about what we actually live on, except that it's flat like a coin. Won't
not
even
like a
tell us like
coin.
if it's circular or what shape is
It's
the
got four
actual
corners in the Bible.
plane. So it's got corners, so it's a square, is it?
Four corners, yeah.
So it's a square.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
cool. We've
wow.
established that at least.
Like a checkerboard, yeah.
There you go. There's.
I mean,
if, you're,
Are you committing to that?
if you're interested, Kimo,
with
there's a
all,
link
with
to
all
that
of the wrong
website.
shit, with all the wrong shit in the Bible, like I don't know, Tyr not being destroyed and taken by the ocean. Why would we listen to anything that the fucking Bible says, Kimo?
That wasn't
Kimo.
talking to you. That was talking to the.
Kimo, there's a link to that website I was talking about in the chat if you're interested.
What
the,
what was taught to the
Antarctic
Hebrews and not me?
Can we put you in the book
In the
here
Bible,
saying that
George,
you saying
God's
that
not talking
the
to
Earth
every
is
nation
square?
at the same time. He's talking to particular nations at a particular time, and then you're just learning the history of a particular. Well, that's it.
Well, if the country was not taken by the ocean and never to be inhabited because it has inhabitants, why the fuck would we
when,
listen to the Bible when it says that there's four corners? If it got that wrong,
Remember when Moses said, "Let my people go."
Moses
about
never existed.
everybody in-
Don't appeal to that.
It wasn't
Answer
talking
my
about
question,
everybody in the
Kimo.
world, right? Let my people go. Not all the people were his people, right?
Where were they at?
Okay, well, you're not making any sense. You're not
You're like,
addressing the
God told
issue.
us to do this. God said to do that. It's not talking to you. It's talking about other people.
Well, God don't talk anyway, but again, you said you're addressing the Bible, and it says about whatever the fuck the shape of the earth is. If it got it wrong about the country of Tyr, and it was not taken, the country of Tyr, it was never taken.
What about
It was never taken by the ocean. It was never not inhabited, because all the way up till today, there's inhabitants
what verse
there.
is that? You don't know. You just heard it on a meme somewhere. Way to go, Pure.
No, I'm driving. I'm not going to pull up the verse, but it is in there. Apparently, I know your Bible better than you do.
Sure it is, Pure. Sure it is. If you say so.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
And it's the prophecy of Nebuchadnezzar capturing the city of Tyre that was prophesied. And he said that the towers will be cast into the sea, and the only existence of Tyre that will be known in the future will be the fishermen who catch their nets upon the
Anyway, we're not
spire of
talking
the town.
religion. Talking the shape of
You brought it up, so I'm allowed to address it.
No. I was just
Yeah.
no, I wasn't
So we can't use your evidence when it disagrees with you. Is that what you're saying,
I wasn't bringing
Kimo?
up religion. I said the Bible says the earth has
Yes,
four
you did.
No, I
You
didn't
brought it
bring up
up.
religion.
You brought this
You brought
up,
it up.
Kimo.
But not religion. I said the Bible
Yes, you
says,
did.
I said the Bible says four
it's
corners.
from your holy Bible, isn't
It's
it?
four
You
corners.
brought it up.
That was it. Four corners. That's it.
Did you
Move
notice
forward.
that he wanted to run away as soon as someone came up with all the specifics of the story?
Right, you've interrupted me again, Dress.
That's when it
Yep.
We're
changed.
talking about the shape of the earth.
Yep.
Cypher said-
And why the
Cypher
fuck
said,
should we
it's a
listen to your
circle,
Bible
It's a circle.
when it
And I
gets
was like,
when
no.
it's so many
the
things
Bible
wrong?
says it's got four corners, and he was like, oh, four corners. I'm
And,
like, yeah,
and
four
nobody
corners.
gives a fuck.
I didn't
Then
know.
why the fuck should we listen to your Bible when it got
Because,
the prophecy of the island of Tyr wrong.
Word of God. That's why.
Show me the
Who
four
did-
corners.
if your God got that
But
wrong,
let's not get
how
into
much
that
other
now.
shit did he get
We're
wrong?
trying to figure out the shape of the Earth. It's not known.
Exactly.
Right now, it's not
You just
known.
said it was square.
Well, that's if
So you'll rely on it
fake.
right up until the
Fake,
point that
fake,
it gets
fake.
pointed out to you that it doesn't agree with what you're saying, is what you're telling us, Kimo.
No, the shape of the Earth. Four corners doesn't
Yes,
mean we know the
that's
shape.
exactly what just happened.
Four corners doesn't mean we know the shape of the Earth.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
How do you have four corners on something that's not square
It could be a
or rectangle?
It could be a rectangle. Exactly. We don't know.
Okay,
the
so
shape of the
okay,
Earth.
so now we got it down to either square or rectangle.
So we don't know the
Could
shape
be
of the Earth.
not-
That's my point.
Not oval or
Different shapes.
anything else, right?
Nobody knows the shape of the Earth. That's the
But
point.
You
Kimo,
just
you
said
have all and you have all the facts, figures, and numbers. So shouldn't you know this?
We should know that, but we don't know it.
Exactly.
Exactly
How long
what?
you been doing this?
Nobody knows the
He doesn't
shape
have
of
the
the
facts,
Earth. We've got
figures, and the
papers to
numbers.
support
Yes.
He's now
that.
saying.
Yes, people do
Okay,
know.
not to know.
Weird.
Right,
Were
just
you
know what's wrong with
lying
you.
when you
Every
said
time
you
I
did,
speak,
Kimo?
you. So the idea is, Tom, the shape is unknown. Flat Earthers were right all along. That's why when we ask you guys for measurement, want the precise, like the paper. The only way to determine the shape.
Which paper? The one, the Bible, or the one that you presented where we caught you?
No,
The Russian one.
the CIA document says.
The commie.
The CIA document where you got caught out.
How? I've got it on my screen now. How's it called out?
It doesn't say what you say it says.
It says the shape of the
You lie.
Earth, but since the shape of the Earth is
Yeah, but
not
Kimo,
known.
That's a cherry picked bit. You
No.
didn't read the paragraph before or after that.
Yeah, and it says we can approximate. So any
That's some QE level shit right there, Kimo.
any notion you have of the Earth is an approximation, not precise. Not
He's
exact.
got you there.
And yet you claim to have all the facts, figures, and numbers. It's funny how none of that adds
Actually,
up.
every measurement in the world is an approximation. It's just close.
We have precision tooling.
Still,
Okay, where?
We have precise.
Hang on, so you've got
measurement.
precision tooling, but you can't tell us what
Where?
the shape or the distance from one side to the other is. Interesting.
No, we
precision,
don't know. The
uh,
government know the shape. But we don't know the people.
What?
Kimo, precision has to do with a precision. You actually have to define it. Precision tools don't give infinite accuracy.
Yeah, but whatever job we're looking to do, we'll get it precise.
Ah,
How do you know?
precise enough for the job.
Yeah, whatever job.
But if we don't know the shape of the Earth, how do we know the
Like if I
the
ask
length
you
of
to
a
build,
ruler?
if I ask you to build it to these specs, we'll build it to this specificity, right?
To,
Exactly
compared
how I
to
asked
what?
you to build it.
compared to
Earth
what?
is defined to a certain precision.
No, it'll be exactly how I told you to. If you can't do that, then I get someone else.
But you had to give me precision measurements of where you're going to build that at. So if I'm going to build it over a river, I'm going to build it on a mountain. Where am I going to build it at, Kimo?
Over 3 miles, force the line. You're
So
gonna
then you
build-
have to give me that for all that detailed information there, so you can get that. You got that right?
You're gonna build a 3-mile apparatus precisely, exact, so we can
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
figure out how
What
much
coordinates?
service there is.
There's no such thing as exact.
What
Exactly
coordinates?
how we tell you to build it. What are you talking about?
Tell
What
us how.
coordinates, Kimo?
So if we're like, we want it to measure the 8 inches per mile square over 3 miles, build
At
this
what
device
coordinates?
exactly how it will show that drop. Exact.
At what
precise.
coordinates? 3
No,
miles?
Not quarter. Yeah, just 3 miles.
3 miles. That's not even like 1/17 of a degree or something like that.
Relax, mate, relax.
That's nothing.
Hey, Globus, you want to take over for a little bit?
Just telling this guy to relax. He's very amped up. He can barely get his words out.
Alright.
Sure.
Well, there's been a lot of mod abuse going on, Globus. People are getting muted for fuck all reason like normal by some cunt.
I believe the reason for muting you, Russ, was warranted, personally.
I'm
I
sure
think-
you do. I'm sure that the fact that The only person out of 5 people
Oh, for
that are able to
goodness
talk at one
sakes.
time is me. So,
Well, do
it's
you want
weird.
to argue with Globus about the shape of the Earth? Globus,
No, I want
Globus
to call you a
is,
cunt, Chemo, because
Globus
that's
wants
what
to
you're being at the
talk
moment.
all of a sudden. So give him, let him give you some evidence for this globe.
I don't know. Globus is muted at the moment, so he can't talk at all.
Why?
I don't know.
What?
Maybe you muted him. You've been
No.
muting fucking other people
What
for
did
no
he
reason.
do? Look,
Yeah,
don't
that
just
was-
mute the
that was
guests, guys, for
possibly-
fun. Whoever did that.
Yeah, I
Not
didn't do anything
funny.
out of order there.
No, which is why I pointed out the fact that you were muted, and I thought it was unfair, Globus.
Yeah,
'Cause
just
that's
for a
the kind of
joke, whoever's
reasonable
doing
person I
that.
am, because I believe in rules being applied fairly and equally to all members. Not
See, in that
someone
case-
picking someone on someone like a cunt, like some people do.
Well,
In that
Well, I just
case-
want to point out, I think that the muting was justified and warranted for Globus.
What did he
It was
do?
nicely done, Jared. That
And
was
what
very
did I
good
do?
timing. Perfect timing.
What did I do,
Very
sir?
Do you really want to
Oh, I don't
complain about it, Globus?
I don't have
Just
to
move on.
Not even a
Just move
joke.
on.
So
Take
it
your
was
advice, Globus.
definitely,
Take
it
your
was
advice,
definitely
Globus.
you. I knew it was you, Scott.
Of course it was me. Take your advice.
I love how easily I get to you. It's just
I'm just saying you should take your
it's,
advice. Unless you want to
it's
complain
so
about it.
apparent.
You want to complain about it? Like, do
so
you want to
evident.
complain?
Well, it's
Like you were
not a
complaining
joke.
I'm
about?
not complaining. I didn't think I did anything incorrect. But I mean, if you want to
There you
be a mod abuse,
Oh, it's not about whether it was correct. It was warranted and justified. That's all.
No, he wasn't. What did he do?
Yes, it was.
What did he do?
What he did was he complained about Druss complaining about unfair mutes. And
That's
now
not,
he's complaining about unfair
That's
mutes.
talking. He's allowed to talk.
Well, Druss was talking too.
No, over other people,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so were 4 other people.
Yeah, and they would have been.
Guys,
dealt
this
with.
was supposed to let you guys know that we should all move on, not to stick on the subject, but to move on from the subject. Can we please?
Yeah, even I've moved on now.
So, we don't know the shape of the Earth. It's unknown, not known. And we can take an approximation, obviously.
Yeah.
But that is all based on the assumption that the Earth is what they say it is. So what we're looking for now, then, is a precise, exact, practical measurement of the Earth. Where can we get that?
What's the exact measurement to you, Chemo?
What?
What's an exact? What's your tolerance level? Are you looking for?
No
measurement?
tolerance. We want precise, exact.
No tolerance.
No
Well,
tolerance.
there's no measurement that we take ever, anywhere, at any time that doesn't have
Well,
a
then we get
tolerance
someone
value
else in.
associated to it. No. It's impossible. You can't do
Yeah,
it.
that's why we sack you and get someone else in.
No. If you think you can provide evidence for a measurement that doesn't have a tolerance value associated to it, please do so.
Yeah, like I said, we get the players in.
Yeah, they work to a tolerance value. That's why they have a standard
No, they
deviation
don't.
metric, Chemo.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Yes,
In
they
that
do.
No,
case,
they
then
don't.
I'd like you to provide a citation saying that they
No,
don't.
that's a
I'll
negative
happily
claim.
provide
No,
one
they
that
don't.
They do.
Provide a positive claim.
No, you're the one making
No,
the claim.
no.
Chemo.
I
I'd like
gave a
you to back up your
negative claim.
point.
You don't prove a negative. So you provide the positive that they take
Yeah,
intolerance
I'm
of
the
curvature.
No,
negative
you can prove the
claim is
negative.
The fact that I don't believe you, Chemo. So
Well, I don't
provide
believe
the
you
evidence.
either.
Cool.
So
So you're not going to provide any
so now
evidence.
what
I
then?
provided citations at every point.
So,
any
like I
points
said,
that I made,
precise measurements,
and
exact
again,
measurements,
he's not doing it.
and
And
that's
he's
what we're looking
over-talking me
for
again.
when it comes to curvature of the Earth. Precise measurement of 3950.
Can you mute
Yeah,
yourself for a
it's
minute,
been
Scott,
working
Chemo?
great for us for a long time.
Who's been doing that, Tom?
See, I don't know, surveyors, people on boats, satellites, they've been doing it forever. Kimo, how do you think we have coordinates? What do you think we have? Degrees of longitude and latitude. How do they get those? And they are accurate.
I've had to do it building new phone towers and, making sure they're pointing the right way, making sure they're in the right spot.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
Prove it, demonstrate it, prove positive.
You want the names of the companies I did this
don't
for?
know. I want you to
And
back
start
up
with
your
network
claim.
design and construction. Start there.
Back up your
See what
claim,
they've
that's
done.
all. Just back it up.
There
no,
is
that's
my
NBC.
citation about
Google the company.
tolerances, Chemo, in the chat. So I've now provided my citation. So you should know
What's the
accept
timestamp?
tolerance is a requirement. Yeah,
What's the timestamp?
it's the last thing I posted.
Yeah, what's the timestamp in this video?
Oh, hold a second. I'll make it easier for you to find me.
I've got it here already. I'm asking where's the timestamp in this? Tolerance and measurement accuracy measurement library.
The says Chemo's there.
I'm looking
Should
at
be
this
easy to
link.
find the things I post for you now.
It is a 9.23.
I'm looking at this this website. There's no timestamp. Make a measurement.
9. The website.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the made-up website. Disregard.
Yeah, well, for €1,000.
Well, that's a positive claim, Chemo, that it's a made-up website. Would you like to provide your evidence?
Yeah, that's negative. It's not real.
No, that's a positive.
No, it's not. That's a positive claim there, sir.
Negative. Not real is negative.
Yeah, saying something's not real doesn't make it a negative claim. It's a positive claim.
No. I said it's not.
Yep.
It's negative.
So I don't give a fuck what you say.
Chemo's got to now accept that
It's negative real. You say it's real. Prove it's real.
And he's now ignoring citations being put before him.
We don't have to prove it. We don't have to prove it's real. We can just say it's not a non-made website. So it's double negative. So it's not a positive claim. It's a double negative.
There we go.
Either is or it isn't. Exactly. So it isn't.
Well, I'm waiting for your evidence to show that it's fake, Chemo. Go on.
Evidence for what? I didn't make that claim.
You did. You said it was a fake website.
Yeah, negative claim.
It's not a negative claim.
No, that's positive claim.
Positive claim.
Fake
where
is
you need
it's
to
not
now
real.
show evidence that this is deviating from reality because you can show the real thing to compare against what you're claiming to be fake. So please do so.
I'm not making any claims. It's negative.
You are making a claim that website is a fake.
Yeah,
That's
not
your
real.
claim.
It's not
and you only
real.
did that to dismiss the evidence put in front of you.
It's not.
So again, can you provide the positive evidence that that is fake?
Made no claim. It's not real. Say yes.
It exists.
Yeah,
so it
that's
is
no claim,
real.
you dumb fuck.
So you make no claim.
Real.
You say positive. It is real. So prove it is real.
No. When you say it's fake, you need to show that it's fake.
No, I don't. It's not a positive claim.
Yes,
So you don't make any
Okay,
positive.
well,
You don't make any positive claim. That means
then it's not.
no
Then it's not
wall.
fake. There you go.
It's not real either.
Yeah, the Earth is not flat. Chemo.
It's not a non-real website.
The Earth is not a globe. Don't know the shape. The Earth shape is
No,
not.
no,
the Earth
it's
is not
not
flat.
flat.
I know shred of evidence for it.
The shape of the Earth is not known. That's correct.
Yes, it is.
The shape of the Earth
No,
is
it
not
is
flat,
not
and it is
known.
known.
Nobody
That's
knows
what you're
the
saying,
shape of the
Chemo.
Earth.
And you call yourself a flat earther, and you have over many years. You've made claims multiple times that the Earth is flat.
That's not a
So you're
shape.
now
duh.
saying you don't know the shape of the Earth.
That's
so
not a
the
shape.
question is, when you were claiming that it was flat and you had all the facts, figures,
What
and
a
measurements.
derb here. Flat is
So
not a
you
shape.
said you had all the facts, figures, and measurements. Were you lying? when you
Oh
said
my
that?
God,
Because
the
now you're in a
derb
place
brain.
where
What
you
is
don't
All
going
we are saying that Earth is curved, and curved is not a
What
shape.
a derb brain.
either.
That's not a
you guys
shape.
are not just saying that it's curved. You guys are
No,
saying
I'm
it's
saying
a
that it's
sphere.
curved. No, I'm saying
No,
it's
you
curved.
guys also say it's a sphere. Don't try to weasel
but it's
out of it.
curved.
You do.
No,
Oh, but it's
Well,
curved.
I'm
Of
just
course it's curved.
wondering,
It's,
you know, 'cause
it's
you're
a sphere is
reasonable-
curved.
I don't have a problem with that
Yeah,
because we
curved
all
is not a
believe it's the
shape.
same thing.
Kind of a reasonable guy.
But
Right,
we
you're
do
over
make that
talking
claim.
again, Dress. Constantly over talking. Now there's just disorder. Okay. What we're looking at here, Tom, is that the shape of the Earth is not known. Okay.
It is known, Schemo.
No, we see the flat
You
surface.
go and buy a book, you buy a piece of paper that was written in the 1950s, and that was after World War II and after bombing of Japan. How do you think all that happened? All the ships going back and forth.
By an organization that he says is, involved in conspiracy. So
Yeah, okay,
you're going to appeal to the CIA now, Chemo. That's what you're doing. You're appealing to the CIA.
Russians-
Now they tell the truth. Oh yeah.
No. The CIA took this from the Russian. Yes. And the Russians were trying to figure out
prove
the
it.
shape of the Earth because it was not known. They don't trust Americans.
You're appealing
do
to
they?
the CIA.
That's a
You're
positive
appealing to
claim.
Russia and the CIA. Well, that's even worse.
And those were positive claims. Can you
What's the
prove
positive
that?
claim? What claim? What claim?
That CIA got the info of the shape of the Earth from the Russians.
No, so they got this document.
Well, how do you know that?
Literally
It
what he
says
just fucking
CIA
said.
on the document.
What?
It says
It's the
CIA on
document
the
real?
document.
I don't
Is
see
the
any
document real?
Russian and writing in there.
Look at the name
What
of
about
the scientist, Tom.
Oh no, doesn't matter, man. I want to see the Russian in Russian. They weren't writing in English back then.
What's the name of the scientist?
Don't care.
What
Hey,
about all
let
the
me get it-
documents that say that the Earth is a globe? Then what
let me
about
get it
those?
for you? So, I don't know if it's got
God,
his name on
Timo,
there.
I never thought
Oh,
I
yes,
never
yes,
thought I'd see
yes,
the day
that's
that
his
you
name.
appealed to the CIA for fucking evidence.
No, this is Moscow.
Yeah.
This is cartography,
No,
aerial
that's
surveying.
CIA.
This is
It
aerial
stamped CIA right on
No,
top.
this is aerial surveying and cartography, Moscow.
So great. So you're taking their word over America and Britain. That's great.
Wow. You've always tell us if the
No,
Russians...
that's what you just said.
No, but you always tell us, why haven't the Russians whistleblowed against America? And this document is a whistleblower.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
What year was that from?
this is aerial and cartography.
Spot on, Timo.
Yeah, it's a great find, is what I thought.
What year is that document from?
I thought so too.
So we've got the Russian people there, Tom. What more do you need?
You don't have some names. That's it. You have the actual pure documents.
I've got the
I don't
name
see
there. Look, write his name in Google and you'll get it.
See,
in
I'm
Russian.
looking at it. And all I see is English. I want to see it in Russian.
Wouldn't understand it.
You want to bet?
No.
Yeah, you guys claim these supposed governments would never collude to propagate the globe lie, but here you go, Chemo's found a perfect example.
Really? So they're not colluding at all.
Yeah.
They're actually,
Yeah, in this example, they're not colluding. Exactly,
So
you're
why
right.
would they? So they do it for the other, though, right?
In this example, they're not
Oh, that's
propagating
right.
the
So-
lie.
So,
of
but
the
in the
Western
other, they
world.
will.
You see?
But you have no proof
That's-
for it.
This is what's happened here. It's
Show
quite
me the one
clear.
that
I know,
It's-
flat
you know,
earthers
I've
can't.
got to really commend Chemo on this find, to be
Well, you
honest.
would.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
What,
That's fine.
appealing
Proof
to
that-
the CIA and Moscow? Really?
Do we
Governments that
accept
we
No,
say
it's
is
just,
perpetuating a lie? Maybe
So another
what?
commie
Hey, Chemo.
sympathizer.
That's
I do think there's
all that
a
is
lack
part of the lie, since governments lie, right? And you can't trust CIA, and you definitely can't trust Moscow.
So who do
I
we
hope
trust
There's a
then?
point.
accepts the
Unless
point
they're
that
getting
the
paid by
document says that there's gravity.
What do we do then?
I hope we accept that too. There's
I don't
gravity,
know.
that document says.
Maybe
Are you
maybe
getting
hold
paid by
yourself to
Russia?
your same standard.
Well,
I mean,
the
you're
point-
talking out of both sides of your mouth. First you believe, CIA and Moscow, and now you don't.
I would like to put a question to Globus, if I may.
Are you getting paid by CIA in Russia?
One second, Mars, 'cause I just want to get my point out. And if I
KGB.
overtalk anyone, I'm going to get muted, so I'm trying to be really careful. So Globus, I mean, we've heard Chemo say that he doesn't know the shape of the Earth or how big it is, and all the rest of these things that he's been saying. It's all these unknown things. Yet the number of times we've heard him come in here say he's got the facts and the figures and the knowledge, and he knows what's going on, and he knows that the Earth is flat. Don't you find there is a discrepancy between those two positions?
Well, it's just saying that the facts that we know are just the only facts that are really pertinent to knowing that the Earth is not a sphere, you see, and that it is indeed flat. Some specific. Well, we don't have the knowledge to other specific phenomena. We don't claim
Why
to, but
not?
they're not exactly pertinent to the overall shape of this realm that we live in. You see.
But when you
So
assert
that's
the Earth
why-
is not
that's
a
why-
sphere, that's a positive claim.
No, because it's the default position because it looks flat to everyone. You see, so when you claim that it's actually something other than what it looks like, then you indeed have the positive claim. You see.
Well, no, I mean we can't say that we know what the entirety of the Earth looks like because we see such a small percentage of it. I think we both agree on that. So the best we can get to is maybe an I don't know to begin with. That's our default position. And then we investigate there. Now, if you want to assert from an I don't know position, which is where Chemo is at the moment, that the Earth is not a sphere, that is, by definition, because you're in the I don't know position, a positive claim that you need to demonstrate.
Definitely not a positive claim in any
That
way
is a
form,
positive
whatsoever,
claim.
because the default has to be that it's flat. It looks flat. It also measures flat. So
that's a claim too.
no, it measures flat as well. You see
Are
here
you
the
measure it,
laser tests.
What laser?
You know, observations over water, for example. Perfect reason as to why.
That's measured.
Geodesy satellites.
Very, very quickly. So, Globus, but can't we also show the same tests showing, laser tests over water showing the fact that it's hitting higher on a target than should? I've seen these videos as well, showing that positive side of the evidence. So again, we're still in, if you want to be just pure skeptical, in the I don't know position.
Not at all. All the laser tests that I've observed is showing, a target being hit across a large body of water.
No.
Yes, that's what I have
Beyond the imaginary
observed
curve?
myself.
You haven't watched.
What do you mean imaginary curve? You guys don't have an imaginary curve. You guys have a physical curve.
No, it was a documentary on Netflix, wasn't it?
Never watched it.
Yeah, forget about it.
There you go.
Did the same test.
Never watched it. No.
Loads of people on YouTube have done the same test to show that it's hitting higher on a target. So we
loads of people have done it.
Loads
of people have done it, and it's hit the target. That's what we've got to focus on. That would never happen. Hang on. The point is that would never happen on a spherical Earth. You see.
Is both claims are there. So we've got claims where it's not hitting the right place. Some people claiming it is hitting in the right place. From these laser test observations that none of us were present when they were done. So we don't know the quality of the tests. But I'm trying to be really fair for all sides here. So we're still in the, if you want to be really mean, the I don't know. So again, if you want to assert that it is not a sphere from an I don't know position, you need to demonstrate that claim is true.
You need to demonstrate that the claim that it's spherical is true, you see.
It is true.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. If we're both starting from an I don't know position, I agree with you.
What about all the geodesy satellites that are up there?
Yep.
Are you delegating the responsibility of proving
There's a
it to
much better
third
lady
party?
coming out of
to people
A third party that you can't personally verify. You see, you
to
can't
people
do
that we
this kind of
actually,
stuff.
I can.
to people we actually know what the fuck they're talking about, right?
You see, this is again delegation of responsibility.
Yeah, to
of
people
your
who
own
actually know what the
premise,
fuck they're talking
you
about,
see.
as opposed to you.
Come on, guys.
Obviously,
you
have no
can't
idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Within this argument, you can't do such a thing, sir.
Yes, we
Yes, you
can.
You can say there are people.
Guys, we're getting a bit heated. So I think this is a fair
Not
point.
heated.
So Globus, would you say that it's fair that observations and experimentation that you're personally involved in and you're taking an active part in, you're going to have more confidence in than something done by a third party? Is that kind of where you're coming from?
Definitely.
Yeah, so people who aren't trained in science, who are flat earthers, go out and see a laser thing. That overrides people who have designed a geodesy satellite that measures the circumference of the Earth like a half.
No, we're mainly talking about a confidence position here. So, and it's not an unfair confidence, and I would kind of agree with him. If I've directly observed an accident, I'm going to have a lot more, foundational belief that it happened in the way that I saw it versus someone describing it to me.
Well, my problem is that the people that are doing this are a bunch of flat earthers with no science training who go out and do shit with a laser, a handheld laser, forgetting that A, that it spreads out, B, that it's not a very good laser to begin with, and then they override people who actually have studied this for years.
Can you be specific? What do you mean by they have no science training?
No science training.
What does that even mean, and why is that?
They have no science training. It means they have not studied science since about 6th grade.
And what does it have to do with doing an observation with a laser?
Because you need to document, for one. Heavily document.
You can't do a document unless you're trained in science, as you say. You can't document results.
What you do is you don't realize.
Surely none of you, no one else agrees.
Is you don't realize the precision level that you need to observe the phenomena you wish to observe. So you go out and buy a handheld laser Don't level it. You get like, or if you level it, you level it with like a bubble level. Buy at Home Depot for like 10 cents, and then you go out and go off like 30 miles over, generally like a foot above the water level, a surface of water, and say, "Hey, look, I can see it."
You don't know what the temperature is.
I don't see
You don't know
the
what
point.
the humidity
This
is.
observation is so good that it's going to override 2,000 years of scientific
All you
knowledge.
need to know is that there should be curve in the way of your laser beam,
Yeah,
and if there isn't, that's it.
Again,
That's all you need.
No, again.
It's simple. You don't need this.
You don't need to know what the fuck you're doing, right?
You don't need this training in science that you speak
elevation
of, which
of
isn't,
Who needs to
isn't
know what the
actually
fuck they're talking
applicable.
about?
It's not applicable in this particular pursuit. You see,
Right?
You're
Yeah. Who
completely
cares that
mistaken.
there's who cares that you didn't account for refraction, you didn't account for temperature diversion, you didn't count that the laser
elevation
was a
That's
piece
got
of
nothing
shit.
to do with science. What you're talking about,
Yes,
or
it
having
does.
a
All
training
this
in
has
science.
everything to do with
As you
science.
say.
See, that's why you said that
Um,
you don't have any knowledge.
The laser, it's quite simple. Everyone knows how it works, guys. Come on, you're trying to
You know how
overcomplicate it.
How do lasers work? Do you know? I bet you
You're
don't
just
know how
trying
lasers
to somehow deny that these videos exist. These
Oh, no,
we know they
these
exist.
videos that hit home. You know,
Yeah, we
they
know
really
they
do, and they really
We know they
really
exist.
do
What do you mean we know they
destroy
exist?
the
Morons like
religious
you
belief.
keep telling
right?
us they exist.
You've seen them. I'm sure you've seen them. Let's
yeah.
not beat around the
And then
bush.
we got
let's,
Chemo
let's,
out here.
We all know what
who
we're
takes,
talking
then
about.
we get
you know,
Chemo
yeah.
who gets a paper from 1948 who thinks that means that we don't know the shape of the
Well,
Earth
it was
in
an example.
2021.
An example of.
Well, not only that, but he
you know,
misquoted a paper from
What year is it?
1948.
He definitely didn't misquote it. The quote
He misquoted
stands
a
for
paper
itself.
from
The quote stands
1948.
for itself,
He
guys. Come on.
misquoted, cherry-picked a paragraph out of the paper, not understanding A, what it says, or B, what it means, and then he takes it out and says, "Oh, we don't know the shape of the Earth," and they're talking about the geoid. And that not only that, but how long ago was 1948? Let's see.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. 2000. Hold on a second. Let's do some math here. I mean, this is typical math. Let's see.
Help me out.
2021
Since the shape of the Earth is not known,
1948 equals
speaks for itself,
73
guys.
years ago.
It
Three
really
quarters
does.
of a century ago.
I
And
think
now
that
you're saying
he was more of a grandpa than he wants to admit.
Come on, guys. But
So
since
you're
the
trusting
shape of the Earth is
you're
not
trusting
known,
the CIA
verbatim.
translation, the CIA translation of a 1948 Russian science paper that overrules everything else. Yeah, Chemo, I've seen that, but again, you don't understand what they're saying. You didn't read the paragraph before, and you did not read the conclusion of the paper. Fuck
you
off.
can't
Chemo.
understand that any other way. You really can't, guys.
Yes, you can, because
the
it's
sin-
taken out of
But
context.
since, let me finish.
It is
please,
taken
sir.
out of. Why should I
Please,
let
sir.
you finish?
But since the shape of the Earth is not known, that's
Yeah,
you know
but then
verbatim what
again-
it says,
They're talking
guys.
about mountains
That
and
cannot
rivers
be
and valleys.
What does the paragraph
in
before
any
it
other way,
say?
guys.
What does the conclusion of the paper
Come
say?
on, guys.
You take one sentence out of a paper, out of
You
context.
really don't want to know the truth.
You
see?
want to
in
no,
You guys
a
talk one at a time. I'm not even
73-year-old
listening to
paper
Globus.
translated from Russian by the CIA. Normally, you guys don't trust the CIA, but here you have the CIA translate. So suddenly
They're
you pull
being
one
paid by
sentence
the
out of a CIA translation of a Russian paper from 73
Come on,
years
guys.
ago, proving the Earth is flat. Got it. What a fucking piece of shit.
We're really, we're
I've had
seeing
it.
past
No,
the
I've had it.
graveyard here,
You're a
guys.
moron. You are a moron, sir.
This is not conducive to.
You're not conducive that a 73-year-old translated CIA document from a Russian paper taken out of
finish.
context says that the Earth
You
is
really-
flat. That means the Earth is flat. Got it.
You
Fuck.
really can't stop interrupting me, can you, sir?
No, because you're full of shit. You start off with the wrong premise, and then from that point on, you're totally wrong. I'm sorry. Why should I?
Isn't
Go ahead. No, How much time do you need to spiel some shit?
Well, for starters, I don't need for you to be so rude in your
Well,
pursuit.
the only way to be rude, only way to get to shut you down, is to show you that you're full of shit. And you obviously
The
think
only
that
way to
you're
shut me
right.
down is to be rude. That's surely
The only way
that's not
to
an
shut you
adult
down
way
is to show that you're full of shit.
Surely that's not an adult way to conduct oneself, is it?
Well,
now?
if you were an adult, you would understand that this 73-year-old paper, translated from Russian by the CIA saying that they trying to make a geoid so they can launch their first satellites, and then you pull something out of context, one sentence out of a paper. You don't even know if it's translated correctly, let alone that.
I think you just personally don't want to know the truth. You're stuck with this
I know the
belief.
truth. You don't
You're
know
stuck
the
with
truth,
this
sir.
belief of sphericity. You know,
Did you read the whole thing?
So guys,
So you
the
don't want to
point
know the
here-
truth.
The point here is that you guys don't want to know the truth.
We're
It's
reading the
clear,
whole
it's simple.
thing. You're not. Who wants to know the truth or not?
Look,
That
guys,
shit.
He doesn't give a shit what the paper
since
says.
the
He just has
shape of
one
the Earth is not known. I mean, how much
taken out of
clearer can
context.
it be?
It's taken out of context. It's
It's
not
an
the
assumption.
Keep reading.
They are talking about the geoid.
Yeah, so
Read the paragraph
it's
before
over,
that.
guys. It's over. It
Read
really
the
is.
paragraph before.
Read the premise. Read the
Then read-
fucking premise.
Then read the conclusion.
And definitely the conclusion.
Why are you so fervent in your?
Because you're an idiot, sir.
You know, it's really
Because you are a
it's
moron who doesn't
at
know.
this stage it's futile
Oh,
because
Globus
the
is gonna cry now.
at this
Globus
stage
cry.
it's futile because
Cry.
I mean the shape of the Earth is definitely not a sphere. I mean that's dead and gone now. So
Listen to him
but it
cry.
it's definitely not a cry. It's more a
It is. You're
Sorry,
crying.
Globus.
I
What
can
one
tell.
What's a
You need to go
cry
to
of
bed.
victory, if you
Go
will.
to bed.
so
We've got here.
you know, Mr. Affirming the consequence. Don't speak to
Not
me. Coming
affirming
up after
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
after
Do you
that,
have any
Davros.
do you have any more bullshit you want to spew
So
today,
page
sir?
shit. It says in this document.
Oh, Timo, you misread. We've taught it before. You're taking this out of context once
It's
again.
not taken out
So
of context.
in the beginning, where you say go to the
In the
premise,
beginning,
you say
God made
go
what?
to the
God
premise.
created the heavens and the earth.
What is the quasi geoid? What's the definition for quasi?
Where does it say quasi-geoid?
Jesus.
Timo?
No,
Says
it's
it
the
in
fact that he's just gone.
Says it in the title there. The quasi
He's made
geoid,
of
listing
that.
geoids, listing geoids, and the quasi geoid.
Yeah.
What is a quasi geoid? Let's get the definition
No,
of quasi.
you're just mocking it now, Kimo.
Let's get the
Let's get
definition
the,
up
definition
for
up, please,
quasi.
guys.
Yeah, let's get the
Would love to see that.
definition up for quasi. Yes, let's take
I'd
a
love
look.
to see the definition.
You're gonna
It's
love this
translated from
one.
Russian, Kimo. Do
You're
you
gonna
know what
love
they
this
meant in
one,
Russian?
Globus. You're gonna love this one.
Kimo, do you know
Yep.
what the word was in Russian or not?
Let's get the definition for quasi. Yeah, let's see what that says. Take a look at that. Good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
I think that's a good idea. Let's take a look.
You're going to say the same thing
Some
3 fucking
resemblance.
times?
Usually by
Oh, let me get it up. Let me get it up. Let me get it up.
Come on.
Okay, here we go.
I'm
Here we go.
glad-
Here
I'm
we
just
go.
glad
Here we
Kimo-
go.
Kimo gets it up.
Here we go. There we go. There we go.
Relax.
Let me post
I
it
guess
again.
yeah,
There we
this-
go. Look,
CIA
quasi. So what does quasi mean?
Ooh, that's a doozy, that one.
Semi.
What's the definition of quasi?
Semi.
What was the word in Russian, Kimo? Do you know?
What's the definition of quasi?
Apparently, but not
the-
really.
the
Come on,
CIA is
guys.
now- the CIA is now-
Read it and wait.
I am
Read
glad
it
that the
and
CIA is
wait.
now a great. I mean,
Some
you guys are trusting
resemblance.
documents. You guys are now trusting documents from the CIA. Congratulations.
Yeah, but what does quasi mean to you?
In
Have you
Russian,
seen
I don't know.
Really?
Come on, guys.
Apparently, but not really.
Ooh, lovely.
So now, Page Shield, what's next? Quasi geoid.
A 75-year-old document, Kimo, that you are mistranslating.
You got a quasi
and
geoid.
misinterpreting.
Now what are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
but you have a quasi-intelligence. How about that?
Wow, you got the quasi geoid. What are we gonna do about that?
75 years ago, Kimo, 1948.
Doesn't matter.
why don't
That's
So what does that really mean to you, Chemo? That they're saying quasi geo.
Definition
What does that mean?
Because
He
we
doesn't know what it
don't
means.
know the
He doesn't
shape
care
of
what
the
it means.
Earth, we can guess and we can
No,
assume.
that's not what it means.
Yes, it does. It means it's not real. Apparently,
space probe? No, chemo.
It seems like that what it is, but it's not. It seems like we're on a geoid. It seems like we're on a geoid, but we're not.
No, it doesn't matter how old the document is, right?
Yes,
Really?
it does, because we have much more.
No,
have
really,
much
I mean-
better.
Oh, so
information in the last
Einstein's
75
document
years.
from 1915 is not valid.
We have much better information once we start launching satellites.
So you're saying
a document.
You're
Doesn't
saying
matter how old the
Einstein.
document is.
You're saying
There has to be
Einstein's
more reason
document.
like you gave right
We have
there.
much better interpretations of the geoid since we started launching satellites. This was the Russians trying to figure out what the geoids look like so they could orbit satellites better, so they could launch nuclear weapons better.
Exactly.
This is why the CIA published it, because at the same time we're trying to figure out what the geoid is.
No, quasi.
GPS.
Quasi, not a real geoid.
That's not what it means.
What does
Not
quasi
quasi.
geoid mean then, Tom?
Nearly.
Means
Yeah,
what?
can we get somebody to explain
In
what a
Russian, it means
quasi-geoid
nearly.
is?
Nearly a geoid. What do you mean nearly a geoid?
Nearly, but the geo is the shape of what they think the Earth
Stop
is like.
streaming.
Nearly is the shape is meaning that the best they know, this is what it is. But without having every mountain, every river, every valley measured, you're never going to know that, and you really never will because it changes constantly.
Allegedly,
know the
allegedly, Tom. Yeah.
It allegedly changes.
No, that's what quasi is. Allegedly.
Not if you look it up in Russian.
Chemo has
Wait,
no
wait,
idea what
is
they're
he-
talking about in this
is he
paper
using
because
the
it
verb?
I thought
involves
chemo dealt
calculus.
with Russians.
Anyway, over to you, Globus. They've got the quasi geoid. They don't even have the shape of the Earth. What more can we do if they don't have any geometric horizon? They don't have the shape of the Earth. They don't know anything about where we live, as we told them.
Yeah, well, I would like an explanation by any of these
paid
guys.
by
if they
Russia.
could,
Yeah, well,
describe
you
to us
see the math. Maybe you could explain to me what
quasi-geoid is. I'd
maybe
love
you could
to know.
explain to me what Formula 48 means, and that's what they're talking about.
Because you guys-
Quasi-geoid. Chemo, can you explain to me what Formula 50 means, please, when they talk about the quasi-geoid?
No, can you explain to us what the quasi-geoid
Stop
is?
interrupting, dude.
It's paragraph 50
Please,
here.
that'd be great.
It would
See
be a
Formula
better.
50 here? Please explain to me what Formula 50 means. That's what the quasi-geoid is.
No, how about you explain what the quasi-geoid is?
How about you explain to me what paragraph 50 means? Formula 50 there on page 19. That's the quasi-geoid right there.
You
So
know,
explain to
we
me what
just-
that.
we
Explain
just-
to me
we've
what
asked
that.
you for the explanation, so you're gonna have
Explain to me what.
give.
I just told you what it is. It's Formula 50 here on page 19. That's the quasi-geoid.
Which is?
You tell me. You're the expert here. You're the one debating the
I'm asking
quasi-geoid.
you, bro.
You are the one. And I'm explaining to you. Paragraph.
You're not.
Formula,
You're just
Formula
giving me a
50.
paragraph, dude.
Formula
Explain.
50. Formula 50. So tell me what that means, and you'll know what it is.
Why don't you just explain it to
Even
the
as bad
audience?
as that was,
No, you're the one doubting the quasi-geoid,
As
not
I
me.
asked
Right there.
you what it
Right
is.
there. Right there. Formula 50. Do you see it?
He won't explain it,
Pi.
guys. This is,
See the one that
this is
starts off with 2
terrible.
pi?
Terrible
That's the
behavior.
quasi-geoid. So tell me what it says there.
Absolutely.
Tell me what it says. That's the quasi-geoid.
Come on, guys. We need to.
even as bad as what the quasi-geoid was back in 1950s, not even
let's
it
not
was
be
10
around
times
the
better than the flat Earth model you guys put out there for a while.
What
That
flat
was
Earth
a
model?
joke. The one that you had at all your little conventions and,
Yeah,
you,
the
and
space
David
Me?
has on his app. Come
I don't
on.
know about any. I don't know personally. I don't know about any flat
Yeah,
Earth
sure you do.
models. I
Of
don't.
course, there is
actually.
no
I don't,
flat Earth
I don't
model
have
because
one.
there is because you can't have a flat Earth model because
Yeah, how
the
do
Earth
you
is
hear of it?
flat. But
Because
that's another,
yeah,
for another day.
models
In the
aren't
meantime,
reality. And
in the
you know,
meantime,
you
tell
can't
me
really-
what Formula 50 means. You doubt the quasi-geoid, so tell me about Formula 50.
I
Chemo,
was
maybe you can help.
asking you
Chemo, maybe you can
originally.
help. Chemo, Mr. Mathematician here.
Originally,
tell me what
we were
the-
asking you what it
Excuse me.
was.
I
and
told you right there, paragraph
don't-
50.
That's not what it is. That's
Yes,
just
it is
saying
right there.
paragraph 50. That's all you just named
Formula
the paragraph.
50. Formula 50.
Hang on,
Tell me what it
hang on. Globus is going to bring up you insulting him again, and that you need to be much nicer and all that sort of stuff. But it's actually a projection of him because he's actually a piece of shit.
Well, that was uncalled for. And
But it's
unnecessary.
true. But it's
Hey,
true.
hey.
You've got no way to defend
I
it.
suggest
insult shit, Davros.
I
Davros,
suggest you go
Dav.
suck Chemo's cock a little harder there, Globus.
I suggest you pop yourself
Dav,
on mute.
Dav, is that with or without peanuts and corn?
I suggest, Davros, that you pop yourself on mute. Do yourself a favor.
I suggest
Because,
you go
affirming-
stop projecting
because
your
Davros-
little I'm higher than thee, I'm better
Because-
than thee.
Davros,
Because that's all you do. That's
Because
all
affirming-
you do.
Hey,
As
what are you
you-
talking about? I haven't even been
That's
in here.
all you do in here. Oh, I'm better than you. Stop
wait,
acting like
Chemo
that. Be
has
nice.
presented a 73-year-old Russian translation of a paper put out by the CIA. It'd be in one sentence in here who he misrepresents by saying the Earth is we don't know the shape of the Earth. That proves that the Earth is flat.
Davros.
Go fuck yourself, you wanker.
Oh, good
Why
comeback.
are you so salty?
Because you're a piece of shit.
You've been
And you
tasting
know
it?
it. I know what you've done in other servers, mate. I know exactly what you've done.
What have I
Did
done?
he just
in other
ask why your
service? What
semen
are
is so
these-
salty?
What are these
Yeah, he
accusations
did
about?
Swallow.
You guys are
Wow, bro.
taking this somewhere
You're getting a
where it
little
doesn't need
close
to
to
go.
home here.
Come on, guys. Your minds are
Oh,
taking
but
you
hang
somewhere
on,
where.
where's it going? Where's it going that you're so uncomfortable? Oh,
Well, semen's been involved, and I don't really like talking about semen with guys.
Oh, man.
How are you going to talk about
Over the internet?
water?
Over the
You're going to
internet?
talk about the
Come on,
water
guys.
and not about the semen.
This isn't Grinder. Let's keep it. Let's keep it a debate, please.
Really,
All right. All right. Cool. So, Davros, my good friend, why are you so salty all of a sudden? What's going on? Is it the fact
Semen
that
all
you've
over
been?
him.
Is it
got
the
this
fact that
thing
you've
about
been lied to?
saltiness. He likes
keep
salty
licking them.
stuff.
Is it the fact?
Man.
Is it the fact that you've been lied to about where you live, sir?
Sorry, you're the one lying.
It's like,
Globus,
when
didn't
did
you
you
just
quit
say?
beating your wife?
I take
Globus, didn't you just say you just wanted to keep this a debate? So you're going into chemo again. So why don't you just debate what you were debating about? Why don't you go back to?
What do you mean I'm going into chemo again?
Well, you just said you'd
He's
just keep it
crying.
a debate, but you're
It's not about me.
Popping at chemo.
It's not about me.
Not chemo. Sorry, not
Right there.
chemo. It's Davros. Sorry, Davros. I mean, sorry.
It's not about me, and it's not about chemo, guys.
Oh, you're right.
Let's-
You're exactly. So why don't you have a debate then?
Well, I'm trying to hear. I'm telling him that he's been lied to. You know, I'm giving him a
Well,
truth.
stop lying to us.
You actually sound like chemo. Do you copy chemo? You sound
Essentially,
Why-
no, not at all.
Why are you
This is not
lying
about
to
Chemo's
me,
his own man.
Globus?
He
You
has
have
his own.
done nothing.
Well, sorry, what was that? Come again? Repeat yourself. Please.
You've done nothing. Absolutely nothing in here but
What do you mean I've
bitch
done
and whinge
nothing?
about how people treat you.
Not at all. I debate all the time, and I destroy. You
No,
see,
you
it's
don't.
No,
No,
you
you don't.
don't.
You go, oh, don't
In a
insult
way-
me. You've just
in a-
insulted me.
you know, I attempt to educate.
Well, that's not all
you
he's
know,
done, Dad. He's done a lot of crack as well. Remember
Lying.
that.
simultaneously, I destroy. It's kind of
By
collateral
lying your ass
damage.
off. By lying your ass off.
I categorize it as collateral damage.
Misunderstanding,
But essentially, my
misquoting, cherry picking.
point here is to educate you guys. You know, and just purely point you guys in the right direction about the paradigm that you guys have been lied to.
Misteach paradigm.
Educate.
Yeah,
What a
you
great
guys live in
word.
a false
Yeah, no, I do
paradigm. You guys live in a
False
false paradigm, or one of a that's globular.
Yeah, I know, but it's a
It's-
75-year-old Russian paper proves that we're incorrect. Got it.
He's telling you you live in a false now.
And now what I
He's
need
quoting, he's saying,
is
we live-
I don't even think the Russian
Hey.
paper says that.
what,
It's
no,
what
I
I
did-
that's not
need
what it says.
They're mispulled out, but
it's just that
Yeah, I'm
maybe
looking
a,
at it right here,
and
and they're talking
a
about the
name,
geoid.
yeah,
the name
talking about
of somebody
geoid.
that's measured Earth curve,
Oh my
maybe,
God.
and the date.
I've measured Earth curve.
But hang on,
and
Grim.
the name
here's a
of the
little thing
date,
about that
I've
paper.
measured
and
Earth
the
curve.
method as well.
Keep quiet.
The method.
I've
I need
measured
to
Earth curve.
explain something to
You can
Grim.
do it too. It's easy.
I'm listening.
Yeah,
That'd be
sure.
good.
Grim needs to hear this. So it's a paper from the USSR of intercepted messages and intercepted radio broadcasts that's been translated by the CIA and then declassified.
Oh, great! Of course, I would believe it
Oh, wait.
100%.
So we're going to go with a genetic fallacy, guys. Are we going to attack the source and not just look at the argument at hand? Is that the classic.
No, we're not.
We already
This
did the
isn't
argument.
a genetic fallacy. This is a
classic
75-year-old
tactic we're
fallacy.
gonna go with here, guys? Is that what we're going with? The classic
we're going
genetic
with
fallacy?
we're going with
Attacking
the
the
fact you are
source,
pulling it
guys?
out of
Is that what we're
context.
gonna do?
Yeah, but you
No,
say
no,
you
no,
say
no,
that
no,
page.
no,
version.
You say that page, Shield, 70-year-old document, but
73-year-old document.
Yeah, 100-year-old document debunks your force.
No, sorry.
With Einstein.
Nope,
Exactly.
What are you on about?
Exactly.
It does not at all. No.
It's even older than this document here.
No.
Right,
Once
Kimo.
again,
Hold on.
So Einstein supersedes your gravity, so
Kimo,
that's
you have not been
100
right.
years old.
So now you've got another idiot in here who's saying yes, Kimo, as he gives you blowjobs as you say wrong things.
Again with the homosexuality.
You're sitting here sucking Kimo's cock as he tells lies. Fuck.
Globus, please don't tell them the
Come
truth.
on, guys. You need to get that out of
Swallow,
your
you need to
minds.
swallow.
Come on, guys.
Hey, come on,
Yeah,
guys.
well,
Stick with your
Let's
hand
not-
as you
let's
suck
not-
Kimo's
Sounds
cock.
like Merle has a
I
sex
know you
change.
guys have a tendency to think about dick. I know that. That's fine, but try to get it out of
you
your
stick your dick.
Okay? All right, guys. Good.
Where's
Cool.
the follow-up?
Done.
Where's the
Thank
follow-up
you.
document on this document?
So, why are we talking about the age of the document, guys?
Because
Like
it's
that's
73 years old, and we have much better
Einstein's
information
document is even
about
older.
the shape of the
And that
geoid.
has been updated.
exactly
What Einstein did
the
not.
general theory of relativity.
Einstein
right?
did not. What's the word
Right,
you used?
guys.
Einstein did not supersede Newton. Sorry.
He
But it's
did
an
what
older
he did.
document than this document. That's 100 years old.
And people
Well,
have been,
we also don't have better information.
Measuring the shape of the Earth. Nothing.
Davros, please.
Globus, Einstein has nothing to do with this part of the argument, and we are attacking the source because that's the argument, you dick.
The argument is
you're
the source
attacking-
is too old. 70 years.
Yeah, apparently 70 because
It's what's written in the
it's
source.
invalid
That's what's
because
being
of its
said
age.
here.
Apparently, is the
We
argument.
have
Hey?
gotten. Hey, hold on a second. Let's go to
That's,
the. Let's go to the.
Quite amusing.
Let's go to the smart. Yeah. Let's go to the flat Earth.
The smart. Okay.
Yeah, the smart ass, flat Earth, knowledge of all called Wikipedia, and look up geodesy. Okay, let's look up a geoid. What do we get on the geoid? When do we do that? Do you know?
So you still haven't explained what a quasi-geoid is. I mean,
Dude,
What?
just go along with the thing.
Hold on,
Look up
let's see.
geoid. Follow the logic for a second.
Hold on a second.
Or
Let's see.
quit.
Come on.
You're talking
You
about
have
the
to
geoid.
be honest.
Despite it
Pay
being
or
an
quit.
despite being an important concept for almost 200 years of geodesy and geophysics, it being the geoid has been defined to a high precision only since the advances in satellite geodesy in the late 20th century. So that's why a 73-year-old document talking about geodesy and the geoid is probably out of date.
Because satellites is that?
Yeah,
what you're
because
saying?
satellites, exactly. There are
So
satellites up there measuring the
delegating-
Earth to a much
on
higher
off.
precision than the Russians could have done.
You're delegating,
in 1948.
and these satellites, where do they reside?
Oh fuck! You're gonna get into this space is
Yeah,
fake
here
bullshit.
we go.
Well,
Watch out.
I should have explained
Well,
this.
no, I'm just attacking your argument. You see.
No, you're not. No, you're fucked.
So hold on, Gleb, a second. Just a quick second. Just to
I
keep
think they reside in orbit.
Just a second. Just to keep Jeremy and the others who have joined up to date. Jeremy, we have this document where the Russians
From the CIA.
And the Russians they don't know the shape of the Earth, Jeremy.
Actually,
And
you know the shape.
70 years old.
so we have a document that supports the claim that we don't know what the shape of the Earth is.
So their argument, I can see they're spiraling over
They're
this.
going
Kimo.
absolutely nuts.
Spiraling. Once again,
they're supposed to have known they're supposed to have known the shape for thousands
of
of
years.
They have, but not of the geoid.
Hey,
Not the exact shape of every hill, mountain, and valley, though, dude. Come on.
That's not what we're talking about. Come on.
Hey, chill. You're not being very
It's
friendly.
exactly what we're
Like,
talking about, guys.
That's not what we're talking about.
You know, you moan, Hey, chill. Oh, why?
That's
No order.
Alterations. That's what
Let's
that means.
stick to the point. guys.
The
Come on.
pimples on the
Obviously
ball.
you don't know.
They're saying they don't know how many pimples are on the ball.
Not at all.
And you're going, oh, they don't know it's a ball. Yeah, they know it's a
don't know
ball.
the
They just don't know how many
shape.
pimples and
They don't
scratches
know
are on the
shape.
ball.
The
Shut up.
pimples. The Earth doesn't have pimples. Come on. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but your balls do.
They're called volcanoes.
Again about
goddammit.
talking about dick again. Come on, you need to get that out of the system.
No, I'm
No,
talking
that's
about balls, you idiot.
If your
Dumbass.
balls have pimples, you need to talk to someone.
Come on,
Sorry.
guys.
Wow, I think your testicle tapping
It's
is
not
chin
about
too
me.
much.
Do you not know the
Guys.
difference between your
Wow.
balls and your dick?
It's not about me.
Well, you just said
Apparently
it.
not.
It's too small.
It's not about me. So,
Do you know your parent
guys,
location
the
of your
point
cock?
is, like Kemo was saying, this document
Well, he's not
destroys you guys.
geometric.
And as Jeremy was
So,
saying,
I think
the
everybody
shape
got my
of the
point,
Earth
though.
was
They're talking about the scratches and the
supposedly
bumps on
known.
the damn ball. They're not talking
for
about
thousands
the
of
ball.
years.
Apparently,
It's
he's
not
there.
Stupid.
I can't hear anything. This is utter chaos.
Jeremy,
Yeah, I'm
have
trying
you
Yeah,
to-
you're
attached the
welcome,
document?
Jeremy.
I'm
Well,
just
yeah,
trying to get
Jeremy, if
across.
he's going to mumble underneath everybody, it's going to be like that.
Jeremy,
So-
you have the document?
Mumble, mumble.
The document destroys
Jeremy.
the supposed
Mumble, mumble.
globe Earth.
Does
Well,
it
see,
really? So you're
Yep.
trusting Russian information that was hijacked from radio transmissions and then translated by the CIA?
You're talking
You're
about all
awesome.
these other hypotheticals, and
It's
the
talking
point
about
Yeah,
is
but
the mountains
look
and the
into the
rivers.
document
the
itself.
point is that the document says that
You don't know what
the
it
shape
says.
of the Earth is
The
unknown.
document says. You don't even
You
know if
know?
it's translated
One line that
correctly.
you are pulling out of context says
That's
that.
what it
Yes.
says, mate.
And
And
does it
it's
say
a
that in
shame that
Russian?
you can't accept that.
Does it
It's
say
a
that
shame.
in Russian?
It's
Or
a
Give it
not?
to us
shame that-
verbatim, Globus. What's it say verbatim?
Yeah. What does it say before and after that?
Okay, let me. It's just.
What does it say before and after that, Mr. Cherry Picker?
Mr. Cherry Picker? Let's see. Now you're poisoning the well.
No, it's a cherry
Priyac.
cherry picking.
No, it's
You're
Priyac.
taking one sentence out of context once again, using the Kiwi school of cherry picking.
Kiwi school? So
Yep,
now.
Kiwi, the master
I don't
cherry.
know what that means.
Yes, you do.
What?
You do.
I
Who's
actually
that?
don't know
Salty
what that
taste in your
means.
mouth. That's Kiwi's nuts.
Okay.
Hey, do that. Do that.
So essentially it says, but since the shape of the Earth is not
What does it say
known.
before? What does the paragraph?
You
What does
see?
the paragraph
That's
before
not
that say?
verbatim.
What does the paragraph before that say?
You see, that's what it says,
Does
guys.
the paragraph
trophy.
before that say the shape of the Earth is known? Because I find it weird that they would say that the shape
you
of the
find
Earth
it weird
is known,
that you
and
would- that they're
then in the next
talking about the-
paragraph say the
you
shape of the Earth. I find it weird that you won't let me finish a statement.
I find
Yeah,
it
at
weird
least
that
let
you
yo,
are pointing it out
yo,
in
let
context
Jeremy.
again.
Jeremy hasn't said one full sentence, bro. Come
Fine.
on.
What the hell? What the fuck? Let Jeremy lie for a while.
Oh, man, you guys are spiraling.
Let Jeremy robot for a while.
He won't know how to get
man.
under.
Damn it, we
Barely
wasted all
You
this
guys
good
got
So I
Jeremy.
find it-
to make up for it yesterday because just
Grim, Jeremy just burned you.
I know.
Jeremy should read it.
I don't think he meant it to me.
Grim's okay. Grim's okay. Why? How'd I burn
Yeah, I
it?
don't
You
think he meant it to
roboted like
me.
fuck.
I know. I was like, let Jeremy talk, and then all of a sudden you were like, dot, 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 dot. You couldn't talk. It wouldn't let you.
so I got my first hemorrhoid this weekend. That's cool.
Nice.
Oh, really? Are you pregnant?
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys want to celebrate?
We call it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got to prepare.
Preparation Day today.
I was gonna say preparations A through J.
We're gonna celebrate with. All right, let's.
No, we're gonna need to use some Jefferson aeroplane.
So does the paragraph before they say they don't know the shape of Earth say that they do know the shape of Earth? Is that what's going on?
No.
It does not say that.
You not see it?
So they don't know the shape of Earth 70 years ago.
They don't.
Just one group or just one paper.
No, apparently they didn't know. And it's just beautiful.
So we're talking
beautiful,
about the definitions between two different measurements of the geoid. Was it an actual ball or was it an ellipsoid? Read the fucking thing, you twat. Stop being pretentious. Stop being a pretentious little prick.
Why do
Yeah, I think they were trying to
What
see
is
how
wrong
much of an
with you?
overload.
Why is it that you choose
Seriously,
not?
Globus.
Why is it you
Shut
choose the
up.
path?
Oh, because you're a fuckstick.
Why
That's
is it,
why.
Davros,
Why?
that you have chosen this path of dishonesty?
Why are you using
dishonesty?
a disingenuous amount of calm?
Why, sir? I'd
Why
like
are
to
you
know
using
why.
a disingenuous amount of calm?
Is a fuck stick just a dildo?
It's slightly
Yes.
creepy.
Yes, that is correct.
So, Davros, once again, I would love for you not
Yes, dildo. What?
to be dishonest in your pursuit of knowledge, you see.
Yes, dildo. What do you want?
Clarice.
I would, like I said, I would love for you not to be dishonest in your
Tony
pursuit
doesn't
of
want me to
knowledge.
call you fuckstick. He wants me to call you dildo.
That's neither here nor there, Davros. Come on, please focus
Well,
for me.
it's completely here because that's how I feel about you right now. You're
The
a
fact
complete
is that this
fuckstick.
document... The fact is
You
this
don't even know
document...
what you... Have you even read it?
I have... I've read it
From
and
start to finish. Can you read the last page, please?
I've read the whole thing and the crux of the argument here.
Then read
is
the
that
last page, please. Read the bit
Is
about
that
plums.
the shape of the Earth is unknown.
Yeah, can you read the last page, please? And
So-
explain it.
I don't know why it is that you choose to, like I said, to be so dishonest to yourself more
Because
than
you
anyone.
get context when you read that.
This is detrimental to you and your
So
pursuit
you
of.
don't want to read the conclusion.
The conclusion is, Davros, that they don't know the shape of the
Read-
Earth.
read
that is
their
not the
conclusion.
Let's say that on the last
The
page.
conclusion
doesn't it?
is the exactly
That's your
opposite of what
Come
you
on,
said.
guys. Come
The
on.
conclusion
It says
of
it
the
right
paper
there.
is exactly
Why
the
are you
opposite of what
guys
you
like
just said.
this?
Listen, if you're going
Why
to use
are
the
you-
paper and
Here,
cite
you
the
want the
paper,
conclusions of the
then
paper?
cite the
You
fucking
guys-
actual paper and not your interpretation of
Here,
the
here's-
paper out of
This
context.
guys. I
This
didn't
is the
know that this
conclusion
was
of
conclusion,
the paper right here.
I didn't know that
Jeremy
this
should
was-
make him read it, actually, just for the sake of honesty.
I didn't know
This
that
is the
this-
conclusion of the paper.
Out,
Read it.
Jeremy, make him read it out loud, dude.
I didn't know that this was gonna put you guys in such a spiral. You see.
Read the conclusion of the paper. It is the exact
Your fake
opposite
calmness
of what
is
you
a
said.
spiral, and we all see that. We see that
I
your
mean,
fake
guys,
calmness is a
guys,
spiral.
guys.
You are a
Because you're
liar,
caught.
sir. You're either a
You're
liar
caught in a
or a
lie.
po or both.
Both.
Which is it?
Well, the
all
fact that
these
he won't read the
accusations,
rest of
guys.
it,
Or an idiot.
anything to
definitely
avoid
disingenuous.
anything to
Are you a
avoid
liar? Are you a po?
anything.
Or are you both?
Here's a
Anything-
projection. Here comes a projection. Go ahead, say that. Say it. Anything to what?
You guys, come on. We need
Here comes
to
a projection.
really-
Anything to what?
we need to relax. We need to stop spiraling.
Anything to.
What is this guy talking
Anything?
about?
Anyone?
Yeah, well, you kept trying to say anything to, and I was like, here comes the projection. Go ahead and finish
we
it.
Need to
Now you
stop
won't finish
avoiding
it.
the truth. We need to look the truth in
Well,
the
there
eyes.
you
There
go.
it
Yep, we
is
should
there.
do. Yep.
It's
sure
there. It's plain and simple, and you guys choose.
You're
I'm gonna
not
wager you were gonna
looking-
say. I'm gonna wager you were gonna say anything to avoid the truth. Anything.
Well, you can wager, but no one's placing
Right.
bets, kind sir. So
What about
And
the
that was a
amount of
projection.
wager all you
time?
like, but
What about the amount of times the word gravity is used in this paper?
Yeah, you
And
see,
gravimetric
gravity of that?
readings.
well, of
It's
course,
also
that's
full of math that this asshole
that's-
probably has no idea what he's talking about.
well. Unfortunately, the people at the time also had, just like you guys, some fundamental misunderstandings about nature and the
they
world
had
that
no
surrounds
misunderstandings,
them,
but we
you
can pull one paragraph.
They were-
we can pull
they
one
were-
sentence out of context and prove our point.
Yeah, but
Well,
between
I mean-
1915 and
Well, I can't,
1948,
but you guys probably can
Patriot,
or something.
I think the people in 1948 would have known about Einstein's gravity in 1915. Wasn't that long?
Yeah.
Wasn't that far apart, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
they know
Would you like
gravity
to
is
talk
not a
about the
force.
Manhattan Project
actually-
by any chance, then,
actually, they
Kimo?
also see they were smarter than you, Chemo. They know
That sounds
that
like fun.
Einstein did not supersede Newton. That you can use Newton as long as you're not traveling extreme velocities or under extreme gravitation
Yeah.
or really, really
I
small.
wonder if Chemo. Hang on. I wonder if Chemo would like to talk about Operation Paperclip. They didn't get Russian scientists. They got German scientists to help make the nuclear bombs and the rockets and shit. Right? Why didn't they get Russians? Oh, that's right. The Russians had to spy on the US to get this information.
You want to bet? Russian and Americans divided the scientists out of Germany, and they took half and half.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
but
they
you
do that.
didn't hear what I said. They didn't take any. The Americans didn't take any Russian scientists.
Why would they need?
Why would they take Russian scientists?
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, because that's
weren't
why the
fighting
Russians
Russia.
had to get the.
We weren't
hang on,
fighting
this is
Russia.
why the Russians. Yeah, that's why the Russians had to get this information underhandedly through radio transmissions.
Other way around.
See, now you get it.
This is CIA got the
Just
information
let
through
it sink
radio.
in for a second.
It's a Russian document that the CIA declassified.
So you're basically the Pope's CIA. You just gonna believe what they say? They could be
You're
making the whole thing
taking
up.
it. Chemo's the one brought in here.
Got nowhere to go. Don't know the shape of the Earth. It's unknown.
We do know the shape of the Earth.
Oh, Chemo, they don't know the geoid, you fucktard. You know what they're talking about.
Quasi.
You're taking. What does a quasi-geoid mean, Chemo? The definition was given to you. What is a quasi-geoid?
Almost.
Forgot.
What is quasi?
Quasi-geoid is defined
What
as
does quasi mean then?
the quasi-geoid is defined as a surface that is closest to the mean sea level. It serves a reference system for the vertical system. That's
What
what
does
the
the word
quasi-geoid.
quasi mean?
Chemo, what does the word quasi-geoid mean?
Same as
Here's
quasi.
what- No. Here's what the word quasi-geoid means when used in a scientific paper.
Yeah, but the term quasi means
Chemo.
apparent.
Chemo, that's not what the word quasi-geoid
Mean
means.
what?
It has a specific meaning. There it is. Please shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that is an assumption. That is.
Chemo, once again, this is what the word quasi-geoid means.
So
It
it's
does,
It's just
doesn't
that-
mean
so
what
it's-
you...
So it's in reference to sea level.
reference,
Great.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, good.
Exactly.
In reference
That's what
to-
they're trying to
Oh,
figure
okay,
out.
so
That's what
in
they're trying
reference-
to... That is what the geoid does, you morons.
In reference to the level flat sea.
The geoid, first of all...
God, you projectionist prick.
Wow, guys,
Fucking
thank you.
what-
Welcome,
what an
welcome
idiot.
to Flat Earth.
What a fucking
yeah, that
idiot.
says level. Sea level.
What
doesn't
a
mean curve.
sea level, yeah, sea level. You understand the sea level is not horizontal, but
Yeah,
that's
what it means. Level is horizontal.
No, in
Exactly what it
level,
means.
level is not horizontal.
Exactly.
You fuck.
Come on, guys.
Level
Let's
is
not
horizontal.
deny
No,
the
here we
truth.
go. Here we
It
go.
is.
And the whole fucking level is horizontal.
And it's
Fucking
is, though.
mean sea level. Mean sea level, not sea level.
yeah.
All right. It's in reference to the level Earth, the level flat
No,
Earth.
it's
Welcome
not.
to Flat Earth.
Level is not flat. Sorry,
Welcome.
idiots.
I welcome you, brothers. Welcome
Yeah,
you with,
I welcome you to
the.
welcome you to the land of dumb shittery, where
Let's
I
go
can't
Flat Earth
understand.
page,
Where
yeah.
not only
Join us and let's ask some Globers for evidence.
no, I don't think they've admitted. So hey, Chemo, that's a
Exactly.
good question from
Join
Sleep.
us
What,
in the pursuit of truth.
hey, idiot, and the other idiot. What does the word geoid mean? Do you know?
Shut the fuck up.
Look,
No, do you know what the word geoid means?
I'm gonna shit on you.
Yeah, that's
What
not
is
it.
Feed massive
What
shell.
does geoid mean? Come on, they're talking about geoids in this whole thing. You guys know what a
Look.
geoid is yet?
Look,
No,
we were
fuck
talking
what
about.
quasi mean. What does the word
Massive
geoid
talking
shell.
about
You
quasi-
stupid. You
A
stupid.
geoid is a shape of the ocean surface which take place under the influence of the
PMS.
gravity of Earth, including gravitational
PMS.
attraction and Earth's rotation, if other influences such as winds and tides were absent. That is what a geoid is.
You made a
Welcome
whole
to the
bunch
globe.
of assumptions there.
Actually,
especially
no, that's what the
rotation.
word geoid means right there. Here,
Yeah, you know, but within.
You know
within your-
nothing. You know
within your
nothing.
definition.
Oh,
So here we
let's
are
take a look
talking
at-
about the geoid.
All right, let's look at the definition of geoid. A hypothetical
geoid, right here,
solid
geoid,
figure
right here.
whose surface corresponds. So it's
Boom.
hypothetical.
Yeah, exactly.
It says a hypothetical solid figure whose surface corresponds to mean sea level. It's an imagined extension.
It's imaginary. Oh my goodness.
What is this? What are you talking about, dude?
Uh,
This is a hypothetical and imagined.
This is
Nope.
self-destruction at its best.
What is going on here?
Oh, good God! How do you think mean sea level? What it is to
It's
everybody?
a hypothetical.
Yeah, mean
sea
is.
level means
Yeah.
hypothetical?
What do you think mean means, knuckleheads?
Oh my god.
Oh,
It doesn't mean
God.
mean.
You're imagining the averages.
This is
Yeah,
this is
imaginary.
Name the average.
It's
imagination.
imaginary.
It requires
means
imagination.
average.
I didn't meet you, Paige.
It's averages, dude.
Imagine.
You're taking the
definition
averages.
Has
You
imaginary.
measure all the measurements and you take the averages.
No, that's not the
That's what
definition. The
that
definition.
means.
Let me post it.
To give
Mean
you
sea level is an average because all sea level is not the same level.
No,
right. You have to know the height of all the mountains to incorporate the height and width of all the mountains to be able to incorporate that. So it's very difficult to know the height and width of every mountain on Earth so that you can incorporate an exact geoid.
No, that's not what it
geoid.
says. It says an imagined
It's what it is. That's
under
exactly
or
what that
over a
means.
land area.
Sorry, dude. You're just.
That's
God,
what it
I would
means.
love to be able to debunk these guys, but this is not what we use,
Oh, yeah.
asshole.
No,
This makes you look stupid.
No, we've got the definition of geoid, and
Stupid.
I'm going to show you now.
You just don't understand the definitions, and they're not that difficult.
Oh yeah, like it's really hard. So here's a definition of, and it says a hypothetical.
You don't get it.
Can't believe it.
You don't get it.
I mean, you could just stop right there.
Second,
you could
second
stop
word
right
in.
there at the word hypothetical.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You
you
just
could
stop
stop
there.
right there.
Yeah,
Stop
because
right
the
there.
geoid does not actually physically exist.
Oh my
It's
god!
not
Yes.
something that you go out and walk on or take a picture of. Read it. Read, understand it. Dare to understand one fucking thing for once in your pathetic lives, slut fucks.
It
You would
says-
have to remove
it
all the
says
water from
an
the ocean to
imagined
know what it actually
extension.
is.
It's an imagined extension of under or over the land.
Under the water.
It even has the word imagined within the definition. Oh my god!
Oh, you guys are idiots.
Most of the land is above the geoid.
Oh my
You absolute idiots! Do you not understand that the geoid
There's something in there
used
a reference for
A
elevation.
geoid is a reference to a model, guys, and we all
Yes.
know the model isn't the real thing. The geoid is the model. Okay, that's all this is, dude.
Yeah, it's
They
hypothetical
were
and
trying to
imagined.
figure
It's
out
a
the gravity of the
specific
Earth.
model
They
of
were
a
trying-
specific thing.
Yes, that's exactly right, Kurt.
So we know what geoid means now. It means hypothetical, imagined.
No, it means
Fucking
model. dummy.
emo, you fucking
that's true.
idiot!
That's
It
true.
is hypothetical.
Right.
That's true.
But
Right.
The
not
oceans
just
do not
entirely
extend
imagined.
through the surface of the land or
Right.
beneath the surface of the land.
That's right.
The
A
oceans
map is
do
the same thing, right?
absolutely do
Why
that.
were
You're
they
correct.
trying to? Why were they trying to figure out the geoid in 1948? Huh? Anybody?
No, no, you guys claimed we had the shape of Earth figured out for thousands
Anybody?
of years.
Why were they trying? Excuse,
That's a
why,
question you
why,
should be
I don't know,
asking
Jeremy.
yourself.
Come on, you're the expert here. Why were they trying to figure out the geoid in 1948?
Because they didn't know the shape of Earth, maybe.
No, that's not incorrect. But try it again. That's not,
Not
it.
incorrect,
Try
then
again.
why do
No,
I need to try
that's
again?
not it. Try again. It is incorrect.
It's not
So
entirely
why don't you
incorrect.
tell me why then?
It's not entirely incorrect, to be fair.
No, it isn't. It is like entirely incorrect.
Well, they didn't know the exact shape of the Earth. He's right. They did know some shapes of the Earth, but they didn't know the shape of the Earth, right? The would be the ultimate all-knowing shape of the Earth, right? They knew shapely, like, you know what I mean? They didn't know the geo.
Okay, they didn't know the geoid. They knew it was a sphere.
Yeah.
The reason they wanted to know the geoid in 1948 is that the Cold War was just coming up at this point, and everyone was trying to launch satellites and missiles and
Right.
other stuff, and you need to know the gravitational attraction of the Earth as you fly your satellites and other stuff around it. So that's why they needed to know the geoid. For fuck's sake.
The fact is, they couldn't determine the shape of the Earth. You see, and
They
this is
knew the
where
Earth was a sphere. They did not know the
they
exact
could not
gravitational.
determine it. And the
Fuck.
fact that you
That
say
is
they
not
want
what
to
they
determine,
that is not what the fucking paper says, you moron.
you say they wanted to determine a hypothetical solid
Yes.
figure,
Exactly. So they could
You
fly
see?
satellites around them.
and they
Because
couldn't
this is
determine this
important.
because it looked so flat. You see,
No, you moron. They knew.
Yes.
Unlike you, they
Yes.
knew
That's
that the
exactly
Earth
what
was
happened.
a sphere. They didn't
Look,
know how
it's
exactly
flat.
how spherical.
They could-
They didn't know the
they couldn't
the
determine how
perturbations of-
spherical because it looked so flat.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
it's not. It's not rocket science,
You,
guys.
okay, you're a Poe. Who's this?
Listen,
I'm
man.
gonna turn you down. I am turning you down. You are a
No,
complete and total.
that's
You're
against
even worse.
the rules.
You're even worse than chemo.
That's
You're,
against
watch
the
me.
rules.
Watch
That's
me.
against the rules.
Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Oh, it feels so much better.
I haven't read this document
Clarification,
yet,
it's
but it
it's not
sounds
against the rules. It's against the
devastating.
rules to mute mods.
Thank you, whoever did that. I was just about to get him.
This document sounds devastating. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but just from hearing you guys talk about it, it sounds like it's devastating.
It
for
is
the
devastating,
Globers.
Jeremy. It is. That's why they're spiraling out of control.
If you don't have any intelligence,
mean-
then it'd be a little bit damaging for you. But if you
Jeremy, to be fair, you know we also act like this when we're absolutely right. So I mean, you can't really tell.
oh yeah, you're absolutely right.
It hits at the very heart of the globe religion, this document does, and I mean, it's a great find again. A commendation for Chemo again for the find. I mean,
well, Chemo is always bringing us
really take power, because when you show this to anybody else, they're gonna laugh you out of the freaking building.
I mean,
Chemo's always
let's
bringing
just
us the
stick
good
with him.
stuff, you know.
He is, and he's come up.
That's why he's.
You should read it first.
Come up with a little bit of gold here, in my opinion, and it destroys that core belief.
It's actually pyrite. It's pyrite, dude.
Cool.
You know what pyrite is, right? They call it fool's gold.
Well, that's great. It's great, but it's actually gold, real gold. It's
No, it's
so,
pyrite. Definitely pyrite.
I think it's something you guys can't argue. It is what it is. You tried to attack the source
It
of the
sounds like
argument.
you're some kind of right.
I'm not
You're
finished.
a little bit right. You're pyrite.
I'm not finished, and that was not funny.
So the claim is they were. Oh my bad. Go ahead, Globus.
No, you're right, Jeremy. It's all right. I was just
So the
dealing with old mate.
The claim is they didn't know little g in 1948. Peyton S. and Schill kept saying they were
What?
trying to figure out the gravitational force.
No.
They're trying to figure out the inconsistencies of the gravitational attraction that is not constant all over the globe.
But they knew that gravity wasn't
Peyton,
not a
problem
force
with you,
at that
Schill,
stage.
is that you want to shout and swear and be rude, but you do it while others are talking. Do it after they've made their point, you know?
Well, it's difficult not to overtalk people when they can do nothing but monologue for 5 minutes at a time.
I make
Hey,
quick,
Shill, are
concise
you wearing
statements.
your troll me sign?
Listen, I make quick, concise statements, and I constantly get interrupted.
Exactly.
Except
I've
for
seen
just
that
then.
myself.
I
I've seen
know.
that
I was
myself,
gonna say, damn it! Nobody even interrupted him. And I was faster on the ball.
Well, it's like when you bring your car to a mechanic and it's been making a noise all fucking month, and then you bring it into the mechanic and it's not making.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
And that goes for you as well, Grim. You don't know what the shape of the Earth is either. This document destroys your electric ball, okay, and any ideas of a globe, because it's never been measured precisely, exactly. And we can only give approximations. That means assumptions based on the mathematics. So what
I just smile in your general direction.
what we're looking for are those practical measurements, which we know you don't have. We just got to show the audience, got to show the world that you guys don't have what it takes to.
Even when they do quote unquote measure it, they're using formulas that already have the R value into it, like a refraction formula. It's already got the R value right in it, so it's circular reasoning.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at all the math here. I don't see one thing about the radius here, but you don't understand the math because your math guys haven't gotten back to you on this.
I understand the way you calculate refraction, and it has the R value in it.
Oh, we're not talking about refraction though. We're talking about
7 over 6R, I believe, Jeremy.
I know, but have you done it any other way other than optically?
Excuse me, we're not talking about refraction today. We're talking about geodesy.
Which is what?
7 over 6R is not how you calculate refraction. You know.
Yeah, that's terrestrial refraction. Yeah, that's the formula for terrestrial.
It's an approximation. It's a general rule of thumb for standard refraction.
It's
and it is, again, an approximation. It's not a
formula.
calculation of refraction.
with an R that doesn't exist.
Are we still
Kurt.
allowed to say rule of thumb these days?
Yeah, mostly because people don't know what it is.
So exactly. So there's no R. So you can't. That's just a fake formula, guys.
Actually, we've determined the radius of the Earth without using the horizon.
We haven't determined
Yes,
it.
we have.
You can say we.
Eratosthenes. I've done it myself. Eratosthenes.
Eratosthenes. Oh my god.
Eratosthenes has nothing to do with the horizon. Sorry.
You're really gonna go with sticks and shadows, my man?
Works.